if I do.
Covino and Rich.
Honestly, how do I deal with you every day?
You're on Valor on the radio.
Whoa! Yeah!
Holy mother nugget! And holy mother meatball!
I'm the smartest man alive! You're so ridiculous.
What?
You're such a fool. Get out of here.
Oh, I'm a disc jockey.
What's a disc jockey?
Here we go. Covino and Rich.
Let's go!
Good morning, my neighbors.
How's everybody doing?
What's up on this Hump Day, October 6th? It's your favorite Sad Vato clown, Steve Covino, Rich Davis.
Man, let me tell you. I want to be in a good mood today, but I know that your Yankees lost yesterday, and if the New York Post had only used your picture.
My picture, but instead,
Nope.
Sad Vato clown is what I am. So welcome. The Yankees lost, but life goes on. Corky
Without
style.
them.
Corky style. We be rocking out. Let's do this. Present. By the way, rocking out on this October 6th. Rocking out is what Cove likes to do, yeah. He's catching up.
Even when he's bummed out.
Man. Welcome to the show, sports.
Even when Stanton hits 3 balls out for 400 feet.
He should have had 3 home runs last night.
By the way, I saw the first one on a little replay. I was going to catch the game later. I'll be honest with you. I didn't watch much of it because I was sort of bummed out for you. I'm not going to lie. Like, you would think as a Mets fan, I'd be like, fuck the Yanks. But, you get to a certain age and it's like, what do I care more about? My best bud and business partner being in a shitty mood or the Yankees winning? I'm like, fucking win so Covino gets a win. And it was 2-0 in the first inning. I'm like, fuck, this ain't a good start. I was like, maybe anything I root for just goes poorly. So maybe I won't root.
That's not even the best part of the story.
But Stanton, I saw him. He hit what looked like a bomb. He starts trotting like Trot Nixon in Boston. And it's a single off the wall. And I was like, this might be like just a bad look. It might be the omen of the game.
It was like a Michael Jackson moment. Off the wall. How did that happen? That was a bomb over Baghdad. That was a Stantonian blast. Ooh. I honestly don't even blame him. I feel like the Fenway gods took that ball midair and was like, soupy. Yeah, and blew it down.
Yo.
It made no sense that wasn't a home run, but that wasn't even the best part. Spot, you got to go to, I think Barstool even covered this. Everybody covered this. Keith Velez sent it to me. I saw it everywhere.
Every announcer thought it was out.
John Sterling.
Oh, no, I didn't hear this.
The most ridiculous call of all time. Net is high, net is far, net is gone. But I'll save the rest because everybody watching, even Giancarlo, formerly Mike Stanton, thought that he hit a home run. Then he hit the wall again, another big hit, and then he hit another home run. He's the only guy that stepped up last night and performed the way he was supposed to. Props to him. He's a G. He puts that G in Giancarlo. But you have to hear one of the worst, weakest flubs. This is when you probably got to call it quits because you can't see. You just can't see. Or do you give Yankees announcer John Sterling the pass here?
Well,
either way, I'm a sad Vato clown.
John Sterling, who's known for his ridiculous calls. Yankee fans love him. The rest of baseball doesn't get him.
The Yankees win.
But
the Yankees win.
Earlier this year, Spot, Giancarlo made a home run call for an instant replay. And was like, oh, I'm sorry. That was actually a replay of another home run. Yeah, so he's had a rough.
Is it time?
He's had a rough go at it so far.
How old is he? Is it time?
I think, look, like my mom just retired, right? And she was debating, should I retire? I'm like, Mom, you're like Mrs. Magoo. You can't even make it on your way home anymore. You can't see. Like, it's time. Right?
I didn't hear this. So for people that don't even care about baseball, we'll play this and move on. But let me tell you, John Sterling, so polarizing, but I can't imagine what this is going to sound like because I saw this home run spot, and when you watch the crack of the bat,
everybody thought it was
you could
God.
understand because it looked like he's yanked a fucking bomb over the monster.
I, honest to God, like, it makes no sense
got
how
out of
that
your seat,
wasn't a
like,
home run.
"Yeah."
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't understand how that wasn't a home run. I feel like the Fenway gods blew that ball down for sure.
I
I'm
always
not even
love,
joking. Like,
I
that was berserk.
I always love
It would have changed everything.
when you see that at a baseball game. Barstool usually posts a lot of those where some college kid will flip his bat and be all dramatic, and it's a fly ball, and he's like, oh.
Spot. Let's hear the blown John Sterling call on the Giancarlo home run, or was almost a home run last night.
Protect both Stanton and Judge, and a guy who has struggled mightily looking. Oh, he got another one. He got another one. No, it's off the monster.
That's Matt Vasgersian.
Yeah, that's the call I heard. That's the call I heard, because even
No.
Matt Vasgersian at ESPN thought, oh, he fucking got it. It's gone.
I'm pretty sure that's Vasgersian. That was A-Rod and whoever he was calling with. But proving, though, everybody thought this was gone.
Stanton. There goes. Deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone out of the ballpark. A Stantonian home run. Now, what did I do wrong? What did I see wrong? He's at first base. The pitch to Stanton. There goes. Deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone out of the ballpark. A Stantonian home run. Now, what did I do wrong? What did I see wrong?
I don't know what happened. Anyway, to wrap up yesterday's
Hey.
disaster, 162 games I watched 6 months for Garrett Cole to get out there and shit the bed. And, this is the moment he's paid to play in.
I know.
He signed a $300 and something million contract for this type of game. Big game pitcher did not step up. He was out in the third inning. Garrett Cole was ass last night, just didn't have his good stuff. Nathan Eovaldi, former Yankee, was on the mound for the Red Sox. He looked like freaking Nolan Ryan out there. He looked like Cy Young out there. He mowed down the Yankees. They couldn't score runs.
Yeah, and then the turning point was when Stanton got thrown out at home.
No, Judge.
I'm sorry, Judge got thrown. I'm sorry, wrong 6'10" guy.
Yeah, then Stanton hit another blast off the wall, right?
Yep.
And third base coach, another guy who this should be his calling to, you got to call it quits.
Yeah,
You're
but
too old.
it was the right call.
I don't think it
was
was
the right
at
call.
all. When you're down like that, you don't ruin the rally with one out.
I look at it this way, Cove. It's way different in fucking high school or college or my experience recently, grown men playing softball. But when a ball's deep in the outfield like that, because that was ricocheting off the wall, you need
Balls deep, bro.
balls deep, bro. You need, and you remember this back in the high school days, if you had an aggressive coach or in college, you need sometimes 2 to 3 perfect relay throws to get the guy. I like being aggressive on the base paths, but
You could say perfect execution
bounced
from
off the
Red
wall,
Sox.
perfect cutoff in
Right.
the outfield, hit his cutoff man, perfect throw to home. You needed everything to go right,
Yeah, but
and it went right.
You take those chances when you're in the lead or when the game is close. You're down runs. You're down 3 runs at that point. You don't take that chance. The Yankees would have had man on second and third, 1 out. They would have got that run in. You don't take that chance. Some old guy, the old third base coach on the Yankees.
Who was it, Don Zimmer? Oh, wait, no,
he called him in. Judge goes in, thrown out. Either way, Stanton hit 2 off the wall and then hit 1 bomb in the 9th. He's the only guy that stepped up. Garrett Cole was the what? What's the new saying? He was the, I don't know. He's the guy that performed the weakest. He had caca puffs for breakfast.
Look at this for a second. By the way, I agree with Andrew. When Sterling said, "What did I do wrong?" was like the old guy, like he should have.
That one's out of the ballpark. Like, I think he
What
meant
did
like,
I do wrong?
I think he meant he thought it was out because Stanton's known to hit him like,
What did I do wrong?
out of the ballpark.
What did I do wrong?
Net is high.
What
Net is
did I do wrong?
Soggies.
My final takeaway as
Home run. Now, What did I do wrong? What did I see wrong?
my
eyes are deceiving me.
Coincidentally, he and the third base coach of the New York Yankees said the same exact thing.
Both
had a bad night.
What did I do wrong?
I don't know who had the worst night. I think Garrett Cole had the worst night.
I wrote this down as my final thought, and if you're a Dodgers fan or a Cardinals fan, tonight's your night. The NL wild card is tonight. But last thought on the game is...
I'm an old man. I'm confused.
Sad. It's sad but funny.
I wrote this down. Garrett Cole...
Hello.
And this is a very unpopular opinion. Give the guy a fucking break. Every Yankees fan is like, that's why we pay you. You don't pay shit unless you're going to the ballpark and buying tickets and doing all that. Garrett Cole is a human being.
Yeah, but it was just bad pitching.
The same way he is paid.
Go ahead.
The same way he is paid to get batters out. Those batters are paid to get hits. So you're going to have an off night. Unless you're trying to tell me every year the Cy Young Award winner has 0 losses. It just sucks that it mattered and it was the big game. If it was a playoff series and the Yankees had more games to go and it was like, hey, we lost, so you got to win tomorrow. In a one-game do or die, there's too much pressure on that pitcher. If he doesn't pitch a gem, he's not worth it.
I mean, he's
a week ago. A week ago, every Yankee fan said Cy Young. He's the Cy Young guy.
It's not even about not having your best stuff. It's about if you're gonna walk a guy and pitch around Rafael Devers, for example.
Yeah.
You don't groove one to Xavier Bogaerts the next at bat and he hits a bomb.
For a non-baseball fan, those names both sound fake.
Those are real guys.
You're making this up.
And Cubs fan,
as
I gotta
go
say,
along.
it was an interesting night
What
for
about
Cubs fans.
What about Rafael Bucio? You're just making this up.
Bogarts and Devers. And
It was just
You
put it
know,
this way:
old,
Garrett Cole,
old Humphrey.
who's one of the highest paid players in baseball with the highest
puzzle.
expectations on him for a game like this, especially,
salty
was
slut.
the guy that stepped up the least last
Well,
night. He was out in the third inning.
He had the big moments, Covino, when he was a pitcher for the Astros.
Yeah,
he
great.
was the best postseason pitcher of the last decade.
I'm trying to acknowledge that. Yeah, Rizzo got a home run. I'm key. Cubs fans and Cub fan had to be a little excited or torn inside because Schwarber hit a home run for the Red Sox, and Rizzo did hit a solo shot. That really didn't mean a whole lot, but it was a dope bomb.
I have a question. It
For
didn't
the
mean
Yankees.
it didn't mean a whole lot because there was no one on
Kaneki did.
base
Yeah.
and they were losing. But the Chicago Cubs were the big winners last night.
Yeah.
Because, and there, let's be honest, the people that hit a couple bombs weren't even Yankees or Red Sox in my mind. Cubbies. So
Yeah, Schwarber and Rizzo had good nights.
How'd Kaneki
hitting bombs.
How'd Kaneki and Zuko do?
Bottom line is Yankees
Devers,
lost,
the politician.
and Red Sox could still yank these nuts. And I made a post about it on Instagram this morning, so please like it because I wanted to post it last night, but I was too sad of a Vato clown to go to social media. So please like my post at Steve Covino on Instagram and say something nice. I made a little Yankees yank these post. Thank you.
Hey,
The Yankees lost. The season's done. I wasted 6 months on probably the weakest team I ever rooted for. That makes me a sad Vato clown. The Red
played,
Sox move on. Good for them. And then the big game tonight, the end.
They played, as people love to say, they played one more game than the worst team. The Yankees got the chance to play one more game than the Orioles.
Yeah, it was wackadoodle don't.
That's why the one-game wild card is awesome and really sucky if your team loses the one-game wild card. I've been there. The Mets lost the one-game wild card in 2016. I was at the game. And I was like, really? One game? That's all right, cool.
So the story is Aaron Boone, the manager of the Yankees, who stepped up in big moments in the playoffs for the Yankees. He has heart. He had what it takes to win. His contract's up. So now the debate becomes, well, is it his time to go? Is he done?
Who is this?
Aaron Boone. Now, I say it's the team. I say these guys,
Dude.
they just didn't play with the right chemistry.
I don't want to hear it.
They didn't step up. I don't put the blame on Aaron Boone personally.
I just don't want to hear.
I just know he wants to stay, and we'll see what happens.
I don't want to hear it because when your team wins 92 games,
That I'm not saying he should go.
saying, and the
I agree
fans
with
are like,
you.
get rid of the manager. No, who you get rid of? The Mets manager, and they did because the Mets
Right.
were under 500, and everyone thought the Mets were a playoff team. In fact, what was the stat this year? The Mets were the only team in Major League Baseball history to spend 100 days in a row in first place and then end the season under 500.
Yeah, that's weak
I mean,
sauce.
that's a manager where you're like,
Yeah.
yo, leadership, chemistry, and and culture is off. Something's off. Get rid of that guy.
You know what Aaron Boone's guilty of? And I promise you guys we're done talking about this, but it was a big game. It was a do-or-die game yesterday.
That didn't work.
Didn't work.
I mean, maybe that would have worked.
You know what he's guilty of? Aaron Boone's guilty of remaining positive throughout the entire year, even when the fans are like, this team sucks. They wanted to hear Aaron Boone take some sort of stance when he just remained positive always. And the fans didn't like that, but it wasn't his fault. This team just lacked chemistry, and they didn't step up when they needed to. They were too streaky. They showed that they had what it took, but then got lazy. So it's not on him.
What do the Yankees and Covino's boxer briefies have in common?
My boxer briefies and the Yankees.
They're past their prime.
Streaky.
Streaky.
Last note, and then I do want to talk about some ridiculous thing I saw on Facebook. This now officially marks the longest stretch that a New York team hasn't won a Super Bowl, World Series, NBA title, or Stanley Cup since the early 1900s. Am I right about that? Yeah. The New York Football Giants were the last ones. And what year was that, Spot? Can you pinpoint that? That was... Wait, hold on. I should know. I'm good at this stuff. No. You lost all that money because remember you had the box pool? We were in Arizona. I was still dating Jen. I wasn't with Sarah yet. So that's 8. So 13 years. This is the longest stretch.
Was it 09?
It was... Season? No, I met my wife in 08. So that was early 08. 07-08 season. Oh, yeah, so that's the longest. It was my first bowl. This is the longest, Covino, that a New York team.
The show.
New York team hasn't won.
Well, there you have it. So long, 2021 Yankees. Go Sox. And we'll see what happens to Aaron Boone. Again, the Doyers take on the Cardinals tonight, and that's our sports update. We'll save the rest for Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Check my post at Steve Covino. And
your
Covino
Yankees,
and
bro?
Rich. I did it behind the velvet rope, though. I did a little play-by-play behind the velvet rope. If you want to see my excitement in retrospect, see how excited I got for the Stantonian blast that I even thought was gone. My reaction is there on our Patreon. I thought that shit was gone. So John Sterling wasn't the only guy. I just wasn't the guy on a national broadcast making the call. So thank you guys for being part of this. Check the Behind the Velvet Rope if you missed it yesterday. It was a stressful day. It really was. I was pumped up, came here, did the show in my Yankees jersey. I went on my rant about the New York Post. I went home, did some turbo action for SiriusXM. Still dealing with a bunch of drama with lawyers and accountants like we mentioned yesterday. If you missed it, watch yesterday's show on Patreon. And then I pick up Melody, and she's all sourpuss. I'm like, what's the matter?
Oh, by the way, just to be stat boy.
Yeah.
The Giants won. They beat the Patriots again a couple years after that.
Oh.
I was thinking of the wrong Super Bowl. But yeah, they won 3 years apart from each other.
There you go.
So that was the last time. I think they're saying it's the first time. It's the first decade. A decade now has passed. Got to be a stat boy. People love to correct you.
Of course.
All right, so Melody is in a shitty mood.
I mean, kind of. I knew something was wrong. She's like, I got my class pictures. I'm like, oh, cool.
The Yanks lost. Of course she's in a shitty mood.
No, this is before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And she's sick of Dad, in a stupid jersey, picking her up at school. Like, is your dad Joe Torre?
Dad, why is your shirt so big? Why is it like oversized?
Is your dad like Steve Balboni or something? My dad said your dad looks like a retired Yankee.
You're not going to play, so give it up.
Yeah. So
is that your dad or Fernando Valenzuela?
Is Fernando Valenzuela wearing a Yankees jersey, or is that your dad?
I didn't know comedian Gabe Iglesias liked the Yankees.
Is that your dad? So I was there in my oversized, gigantic Yankee jersey yesterday. And, she gets in the car and what's the matter? She's like, I got my class pictures back. I'm like, oh, well, you said they came out great. Somehow what she said was great when she took them because she was able to see the digital.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She got sent like a digital email of here's the pictures, not the actual photos yet. The year just started. And she was like so bummed about it. Like, and you can't help but as a parent want to say like, if this is going to ruin your day this much, you got deeper issues. Meanwhile, I'm the guy who's a sad vato clown because his Yankees lost.
If your yearbook photo looked like shit, you would have fucking lost it.
But as a parent, it's like, do as I say, not as I do. right? So, but there's only so much you could preach because you're like Urban Meyer at that point.
My hair looks out of place.
You know what I mean? Like you're a hypocrite. Because I understand how upset she is. However,
you get upset when your hair's off on the show.
She's a beautiful girl. My daughter, knock on wood, she's a pain in the ass, but she's a really good looking kid. Like she's gonna be a knockout. She's almost too pretty for an 11-year-old. Like she's distractingly pretty. That's how I see it. So I'm like, you should thank your lucky stars. That's the one good thing me and your mom did, make you good looking. And you're here complaining, all these trolls and
good
all these
thing me and your mom did.
all these little mutants running around wishing they could look like you, and you have the nerve to be sad about this shit. She was little Miss Sourpuss.
Think about what you're saying.
Think about it. Yeah, like you still got to be a parent and be like, hey, look, I think you look great.
Well,
if you're gonna be there, if you're gonna sit there and pout about it, don't talk to me.
Looks like Melody's gonna have to go to retake day.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta get your priorities in check, Melody. You look great in that picture.
Can I tell you, it's
But it becomes, here's the point, Rich. It's like you're kind of a hypocrite when you're a parent because are you practicing what you preach? But then again, you still got to teach, right? You can't teach them to be like you. And then it's a matter of anything that becomes your kid's problem, it's really your problem. That's what really sucks.
Yeah, no, it is true. I have two examples of this that I want to give you. But as far as school pictures, I get it. She's 11.
Bro,
She's
they were great, but they were great.
And I'm sure they were beautiful,
Yeah,
right?
they were great.
But let me tell you something. I know for a fact it is a reflection of this generation because when I was that age, I probably glanced at my picture and I was like, oh, it's good or bad, and went on with my day. When you get older, you start caring, but now because of social media and the way, I don't know,
the yearbooks are also a bigger deal.
Yeah, yearbooks.
I wanted to say something like, it's going to be in black and white anyway, but not today's yearbook, right?
But what I'm saying is, when you were 11, you probably cared if your high school picture sucked, like in your yearbook.
Yeah.
But when you were 11, your school picture, you're like, whatever.
Yeah, and
but now it's different. Now it's
there's
different.
a part of me that's like,
was she wearing paisley?
No, she was wearing some like a sweater. Like you in your picture?
Was she wearing a pink shirt
you know what's
with a beach scene and seagulls?
Send me the picture of you so I could show her what
I
a real
also have that
bad
photo.
picture looks like.
You
think your picture's bad? Look at spots.
There's a shirt.
She's totally your daughter, Covino. A bad picture ruined her day.
That's the thing.
That's from Drew Mack.
How can I reprimand her when like your dad's the same way?
Yeah, but you said something that was interesting. Your kids' problems become your problems.
That's really the point.
So you want to
trying
solve
make.
them, right?
Yeah.
Or if your kid wants something, Sarah and I had this conversation yesterday. Because a lot of times it's a matter of, do you give in to your kids' little requests or whims? But if it's not a crazy one, and it's something you could remedy as an adult easily, do you do it? Like yesterday, Emmy's like, I want rainbow juice. And I'm like, now rainbow juice.
She wants go-go juice.
Grandma makes rainbow juice. Sarah's mom would mix.
I know Ben's on go-go juice.
Ben took a rowdy. Ben took a rowdy energy drink that Covino left behind.
He's on the juice.
He's on the
big boy.
He's just on the juice. But Sarah's mom mixes a little bit of apple juice, a little bit of grape juice, and a little bit of OJ, and calls it rainbow juice.
I like that.
And Melody, Jesus. Emmy loves it. So I didn't have juice last night, and Emmy's like, Dad, can I really have rainbow juice? And I was like, well, I mean, if I was an adult, which I am, and I wanted something, I'd say, all right, let me run to the store. So I was like, you know what? I'll be back in 5 minutes. Let me go get juice. Because the alternative is like, no, we don't got it. I'm like,
see, you do look like David Schwimmer.
Yeah. Juice.
Again.
So I was like,
as I've said for years, you'll do anything to make your kid happy.
Yeah, so if going to
juice, big
if
fucking
running
deal.
up to Ralph's to get grape juice and apple juice, fuck it, I'll do it. And someone, our buddy Bobo,
throw a little cranberry juice in there. It's good for the urinary tract.
Our buddy Bobo at Fox Sports was busting my balls in a funny way, though. He's like, yo, I saw your Instagram story. You're watching fucking football Sunday Ticket on your iPad, and your kids are watching Bubble Guppies on a 70-inch TV. And I said, you know what? They were sitting there quiet.
I don't think I can get behind that, though.
They were sitting there quiet.
But I get it.
And chill, not moving. When your two little kids are sitting there quiet, smiling, laughing, and not moving,
The king of my castle.
You would disrupt that?
Yeah, like my wife was happy sitting on the couch watching something last night.
Because Spot,
I'm
if
like,
you
go
put
in the bedroom, I'm watching Squid Game.
If you put
Spot's like Ralph Cramden,
Yeah.
king of the cast.
By the way, what episode are you up to?
I tried to watch. My body was tired because I did the yoga last night. So I tried to watch the, what was it? Is it 5? Am I up to episode 5 or 6?
It's good, right?
It's good, but I fell asleep, so I'm going to have to rewatch it tonight.
So I watched the Rick Astley episode of Ted Lasso.
How great was that?
That was pretty good.
Oh, so good.
It was pretty good.
Rick Astley said he was honored.
Yeah, it was a good recovery after the worst Ted Lasso episode I've ever seen of any show ever in my life. The Beard episode.
Oh, that
Coach
was
Beard.
good.
Anyway.
But anyway, long story short, too late. You're only as happy. You used to say this all the time, and I'm surprised you sort of dropped this slogan. You used to say, dude, you're only as happy as the least happy person in your family. Did you say that? I feel like that was a Covino phrase. If not, I'm giving you credit. You're only as happy as the least happy person in your family, because if your wife or kid or someone's fucking sad or mad,
how could you be happy?
They set the
you're walking
tone.
around like you're tone deaf. If you're the fucking guy like, hey, Yankees were.
If like Jordan's in a shitty mood, your daughter's crying about her school pictures.
Everything's great, right?
Yeah. If everyone's bummed and you're like, hey, Yanks are on.
It's impossible.
You can only be as happy as the saddest person. So
that's fucking weird.
If you look and your fucking kids,
I'm like, sorry you had caca puffs.
If you look and your kids are sitting on the couch watching a cartoon and they're smiling and they're sitting still, you're going to say, nope, I'm putting the Rams game on. Go play. And then all of a sudden now you're like, well, now chaos could ensue. And now I got to get up and down and up and down. I'm like, I'm not moving. So you're right. You will do what you can to maintain the happy.
I have a question. Yeah. I know a lot of schools do this. Are you allowed to submit your own photos?
They have a whole section. Remember I was not included in it last year? Where they could have their own section personalized.
No. I mean, like for the actual.
I don't know. Maybe
like their main photo.
Bring Melody over here. Sarah will do headshots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Either
like,
way, they were. Look, it's a matter of moods.
Don't show.
Girls are moody. She liked the picture
photos.
one day.
Don't show her Emmy's photos.
And then, didn't like it when she got the actual photos yesterday.
Those were fantastic.
Whatever. It doesn't fucking matter.
By the way,
they were good photos. I'm her dad. I'm like, you look great. Stop complaining.
I'm still waiting for my fridge photo of Emmy.
Do you want a fridge photo of Emmy?
Those photos are great.
My daughter's school pictures.
They're fantastic.
They're so cute. They came out so fucking good that I was surprised.
Oh, wait till she's 12 and has an opinion.
I thought they were going to be like blinking eyed, looking the wrong way, doing everything. But I guess, things have stepped up. Like I forget that people operate differently than they did when we were younger, right? When you got your school pictures, like sit on the stool, one picture, click, hope we got it. Now it's like, just digital itself has changed the game, because the person could scroll through and be like, all right, we got some good ones.
Now bring your fist up to your chin.
No, do you remember back then it was like, all right, pose.
That's it.
Click.
That's the one.
It's like the old is it Sebastian Maniscalco that does the bit like when you were at SeaWorld?
Yeah, you gotta.
The whale jumps out and you're like, click.
Hope I got that
Hope
one.
I got it.
Yeah.
You calling me a whale?
So anyway, their problems become your problems. Yeah. And that's why I was really pulling for the Yankees too. I'm like, well, fuck that. You be sad. I'm rooting for the Yanks. Don't bother me. I did it behind the velvet rope. I was feeling it. You guys saw it. I had a little cocktail on a Tuesday night. I was hyped. Now, Sid Vato Clown here to tell my story. So thank you guys for being here. Class picks ruined my day. Like, really? I got to deal with that?
Come on, man.
I already lived this shit. So that's just the life of being a parent, as I'm sure you guys understand. If your kid makes an error, if your daughter messes up at the recital, if she gets picked on at school, if he gets a bad grade on his exam, I'm going to use proper pronouns. If they were misidentified, that shit becomes your problem as a parent. And you're like, yo, man, I just wanted to chill and watch the game. Not look at your sour puss all day. But thank you. That was my Tuesday. This is my Wednesday. So you know what I'm really good at, though, Rich? And I wish I could.
Moving on?
Yeah. New day, new slate, new start. Let's go. Let's F and G. And it's just a matter of, it's a matter of, well, who's going to ruin my day today? Because it's a new day and I'm feeling good.
Just remember, it could be this bad.
I'm like Michael Bublé when I wake up.
Spot, that's a great school photo.
Just remember, it could be this bad.
You know what? Send me that so I can show Melody.
Just remember,
it
could be this bad.
Yeah.
Spot, I think you look handsome there.
I mean, I look good.
Look at that little boy. What a cute Boise Spot was.
I want to know what Persian guy he beat up for that shirt.
This is when I started to chub up. There came a time in my life when I really just like took a turn for the worse. think it was emotionally related.
You know, it's so weird. You can't look at your kid.
I think Reza from Shahs of Sunset has the same shirt.
Like, look, just like I want you to take a second and just look at the pattern in depth.
It really
look
is.
at the intricacies of those those loops.
I want to know who made that shirt.
And
I love that shirt, Christian.
And look at the little spurs and it's a beautiful design.
So funny. You can't look at your kids and imagine what they're going to look like when they're older.
Could be.
But you could look at that picture and see Spa completely in it. Like put a beard on that kid, and you're like, oh, there he is. That's our buddy. But you can't do the opposite. You
Same
get all,
kid. I'm amazed by that shirt. I wish I think I'm so annoyed at myself because I think I got rid of the shirt in a fit of I can't believe my mother made me wear this.
I hope you did 20 years ago.
No, I found it in
30 years ago.
I found it I think within the past 2 years. And I think in a fit of rage.
Rats, bro. Pack rats. Your
Have
whole
you
family.
seen my basement's just filled with shit.
Yeah.
And I emptied out a lot of it actually last time. But I look at it and I'm like, oh man, I should have kept it.
I have a question.
Probably fit into it.
I have a morbid question, Spot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you keep any piece of your mother's clothing that reminded you of her?
I did actually, yeah.
Yeah. When my
set something
grandfather
aside.
passed away, my grandfather was known for wearing
Did you keep his briefies?
No, he was known for wearing
His favorite boxers?
He was known for wearing. No, my grandfather wore tighty whities only because I remember that rare occasion where you would catch your grandparents getting changed or something. My grandfather would go downstairs to the cellar. They didn't even call it the basement, and he would get his clean clothes, and he'd be there in his tighty whities changing his wife beater. And by the way, I saw a funny clip by one of the Barstool guys saying how that undershirt has two terrible nicknames.
A wife beater?
Wife beater or guinea tea.
Guinea tea.
And there's no really nice way to say it. What are you going to say? Undershirt, tank top?
I'm sorry, wife beater is still the fucking best description
It
of
is.
a shirt ever.
But it's like the worst.
wife beater.
Jesus, that shirt has the worst names.
I mean, I know it's politically incorrect, especially in today's world, but that shit is funny.
But no, my grandfather was known for wearing 70s disco button downs with
awesome.
patterns, sort of like Spot shirt in that photo.
like Paps?
Paps.
To the degree where one of my buddies was like, hey, I'm being serious. Would you mind if I could have one of your grandfather's shirts? And I was like, yeah.
Wait, who said this?
My buddy Walter.
Why?
He was tight with my grandfather. They
really?
would always chat.
Like recently or back then?
No, back then.
Oh, no way.
Back then when I was cleaning out my grandparents' house, he's like, hey, let me ask you something. Well, do you have your grandfather's shirts? I would love one just as a memory piece.
Yeah, I kept
It's nice of him.
I
Yeah.
kept a shirt that I just remember my mama was wearing. I'm like, yeah, this will remind me of her.
Yo, I had a thought. I'm so glad you guys brought that up.
Yeah.
I had this thought. I really did. Please, let's just roll.
I was going to
Yeah,
share.
roll.
I was going to
Sometimes
share
roll,
a
baby.
quick emotional thought.
Please do. Go ahead. I won't forget.
I will say the one thing that did make me bawl this past time when I was home was I found the dress that she wore to my wedding and it made me cry.
Oh yeah, that green one.
That green one really made me cry. It was like I saw it. I'm like
blubber.
blubber.
Oh,
I had to
that's good though. You had to let it out,
I
right?
had to walk out of the room.
I remember,
yeah.
Spot, I remember that still shot of.
Never gonna give.
Yeah,
There's a beautiful still shot of you crying on her shoulder or something.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, she's looking up at me. We're dancing to a beautiful song, and yeah.
And hurt you.
All right, that's enough.
Never gonna make you cry.
Turn around, desert you.
Never gonna give you up.
That's so sad.
Never gonna give.
Jesus.
Now I'm a real sad Vato clown.
All right.
Los yesterdays.
Share
Miguel
your
Mix.
thought.
What's
Share
up,
your
Miguel
thought.
Mix?
Share your thought.
It's a great thought. It is.
Yo,
But-
by the way, when he chimes in at the back of the church,
Oh, it's so
All
funny.
right, enough.
It's so funny.
it's my
Where
boy.
I'm quoting Ted Lasso.
Obviously.
It was a funeral scene in Ted Lasso, and they sing Rick Astley. It's sort of tied in to the moment.
It's sort of the running thing throughout the whole episode, and
Yeah.
it's so fucking good.
So your kids' problems become your problems. Sometimes you feel like a hypocrite because you're trying to teach your kid, but they're just like you. What are you supposed to do? Life scenarios. Yankees lost. Sad Vato clown. Getting this Wednesday rolling. Thank you guys for being here on our Patreon. Covino and Rich and Spot, who had emotional. Spot,
Sorry.
I feel you on that for
Yeah.
sure. But to piggyback that thought about
You get choked
the
up?
articles of clothing from a loved one, I don't think this is a morbid thought by any means. This is more of a fun thought. I was at Costco the other day buying my necessities that I need. You know, my Kirkland tie for the wedding. You know,
Of course.
the potato one
The big potato.
that you guys
The
suggested
Idaho
yesterday.
potato.
I was at Costco the other day. I'm trying to get back on my regiment, or as we say, regime, which makes no sense. I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get back. You know, since my
My
Jersey
regime.
trip, since my Jersey trip, I've been carb loading. You know, it's all part of the process.
Of course.
But I was like, let me go to Costco, buy my keto treats. I'm gonna get back on track, get off of my back, Godsmack style. Back on track, do my thing. And I'm looking around and I'm looking for Jordan. You know that little scurry you dip off, then you try to find where they are, how they're in.
And you don't want to say their name too loud. So you're like, Jordan.
Right? And I saw some old guy. His name must have been Ebenezer. Right? Some old guy. But he looked like he was from an old fucking Norman Rockwell painting. And he had on old man dungarees. You know the look I'm talking about. Slacks. He had old man slacks on. He had an old man button-down short sleeve on, made of materials like that probably don't even exist on this earth anymore. And he had old man suspenders on. Like he's an old farmer. All he needed was like a pitchfork. Hey, my name's me. I'm like, look at this guy. And he's at Costco. But he was wearing the garb of someone from 1920, right? Like a farmer. He had on farmer garb from like 100 years ago. Look at this guy.
Farmer garb.
But when you think about your grandparents or even your parents, they kind of wore the same shit all the time. Did they not?
Yeah.
Like when I think of my grandma, like she was rocking the same shirts from like 1970 something to the day she died.
It's the same way with their house decor. We always say that everyone who grew up around our age, if you're in your 40s and your grandparents are of the World War II generation, they stopped decorating in the 70s.
Right.
That's why your grandparents' house growing up was all tan and orange and brown, because they did their final update in the 70s.
So
and
my
then
question,
they said, ta-da! Because think about it. They were like, their kids were grown, and they said, all right, let's do one last little fix-up. The 70s. You were born in the late 70s, 80s, and grandma and grandpa were like, well, now we're just old. We're done. Which is why, again, browns and oranges and tans, that's your wood paneling. That's why that's your grandparents' look.
well, think of Ebenezer I saw at Costco, right?
They used to be a lot stronger.
When did he buy that fucking outfit? Like probably, honest to God, like 1950 something. So that's when he probably started having kids or whatever.
Well, they weren't lying when they said, I have underwear older than you.
Right.
Way older than you.
And he's still rocking that shit today. So my thought was, as I was trying to, Jordan, old guy, look at that outfit. Oh my God. And then it dawned on me, there's going to be a time in our life where we sort of bought our last shit. And yeah, we might get, hold on.
Man.
We might get like a shirt here and there. Like, Grandpa, I got you a jersey. It says #1 Grandpa on it. Hey, thank you. But you're still going to wear like this, like Sad Vato shirt right here. It could be that I wear this till the day I die. And my grandkids one day will be like, yeah, why does Grandpa wear that weird shirt with the clown on it? Because think about how our grandparents roll.
Are you gonna rock that Sad Vato shirt for, what do you got, a couple of years out of that bad boy? Or is that a lifer?
There's going to be a point in our
He's
life.
an old Sad Vato clown.
And you see that. Hold on. That's why I'm always so against, like, yo, buy a new pair of jeans. You want to wear those jeans that you bought in 1998 until the day you die? Like, those are the things you're going to be identified by. But there will be a point. It's just not now for me. It's for some of you, it's already happening. I don't get that. For me, it hasn't happened yet. But there will be a point in time where it's like, I guess I'm rocking these jeans till I'm an old man. It just happens. I get, priorities change. I get that. But think about your grandparents. Think about your parents. They've been rocking a lot of that same shit for a long ass fucking time.
Andrew is saying that his dad has a sweatshirt from the 70s he still rocks. There are things, listen, that's just normal, Covino. The older you get, things will make,
because we've still rolled in
things will make the
cycles
cut.
of buying shit and getting rid of shit. Eventually, you're just like, yeah, I'm old.
But I'm just
care.
saying I'm just saying the older you get, there's things that keep making the cut, and those things become pretty fucking old items. Like, while you continue to enhance your wardrobe, and it didn't hurt that you were on television a few years for ESPN where you were constantly updating your wardrobe.
That helped us big time.
But there's something like you joke like, yeah, I got my Yankee jersey in 90-something. That jersey's like 20-something years old.
Not yet.
And unless you plan on getting a new Yankee jersey, which why would you? Because the Yankees don't change their uniform.
And you buy them oversized for October anyway. So you can wear a sweatshirt underneath.
For one game.
For the one loss.
for the 0-1 big postseason.
But think about that, guys. Most people get to a point where they just end up rocking that shit, and that's sort of their look for the rest of their life.
Drew Mac's right. Am I going to be wearing that Mickey Mouse hoodie when I'm 80?
Yes. Based on this theory, yes. Or there will be a point where that's the shit your grandkids are going to know you for. And one day someone's going to say, "Yeah, can I have Rich's Mickey Mouse hoodie?"
But you know why?
He wore that shit for 55 years.
Because the classic things in your wardrobe will always be remembered by your family members. Like my dad, when he met his wife, I will give my stepmother Nellie, my dad's wife, so much credit because she got my dad eating healthier. She got my dad buying new clothes. Like my dad, like, "Oh, how do you like my?" I went to Macy's. Like my dad buys like nice brand clothing now, where I feel like my dad never did that.
So do you think that?
But that's
today's
why
old person won't be like Ebenezer I saw at Costco?
Maybe they won't be as much. But my point is that even when people update their wardrobe, things still carry on. Like remember when I was at my dad's, we found his Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah,
he's had that since the early 80s because it's still in rotation. Even though his wife will buy him nice new clothes at Macy's or Nordstrom, and my dad's like, "Oh, I got like more fitted jeans. They look more modern." Like, but my dad will update his wardrobe. "Oh, I got these new shoes. Kenneth Cole." I went
to Aldo.
Oh, you like this shirt?
I believe it's Kenneth Cole.
My dad will buy the same type of brands that you and I will wear.
Yeah.
With his wife will buy them, but mixed in that will be his like probably sweat jacket that his Puma sweat jacket he had in '83.
Patrick Grossi Road, wants to know what's going on with your Pink Floyd sweatshirt. Gonna rock that till you're an old guy, or what happened to that one?
I don't know. Wow. I think it got lost in the mix somewhere, and that's one of those that would bother you. It doesn't bother me. Like it. Left at a hotel, left it in Texas.
It's also
left it like maybe wore it over a T-shirt at a restaurant, took it off because I was hot. I never understand when you don't know where something is. Yeah, it's gone.
Cliff says classics never go out of style. I disagree. That's what's so funny about it is Ebenezer, my example here at Costco, what he was wearing at one point was like what everybody was wearing, kind of, I guess, in his circle.
People are wondering, how long will I wear the Fred Savage?
Yeah, you fucking
Savage AF shirt.
I feel bad for that shirt.
I've had it I've had it like 2 to 3 years. I think it's almost on its last legs. I bought that towards the end of ESPN.
Somebody should call the police on Rich because he's abusing that shirt. It's a little sad.
I'm abusing it.
It's sad how often he wears that shirt.
I abuse my Tiger shirts.
Yeah.
You know what the funny part is though? By doing Patreon every day and the fact that we are on ESPN for a couple of years every day. And hope to be back on TV or streaming again every day. We're on this every day. Your wardrobe is under scrutiny more.
Yeah. If you get anything out of this conversation, recycle. Recycle. You end up like Ebenezer with the outfit from, what's the farmer out? What's that famous painting spot?
The guy with the pitchfork and the old biddy.
with old Mother Hubbard.
American Gothic.
You end up like that guy.
Yeah.
In your own way. Like, look at you with your silver tabs from 1994. Like, that's your old guy outfit for the rest of your life. You got to recycle the shit. It's what was once the cool thing makes you look like, man, you haven't bought shit in 65 years. It's a weird thing. But I had that same thought, speaking of the garb and clothing of our dead relatives and things like that. So, hey, there you go. Yankees lost. Yeah, that's who I saw. I saw him at Costco with suspenders. He had suspenders on.
Hey, Spot. Little.
Did he have the pitchfork?
Little palate cleanse before I give you guys a stupid fucking Facebook argument.
I heard him say a bunch of racist shit under his breath.
Did you want to change gears or just cleanse your palate?
Shift gears. Oh, is it possible that my Pink Floyd shirt is hung somewhere? Like someone, like it's, you know how people steal street signs? Did I wear it to an event and someone's like, I got Rich's Pink Floyd shirt?
I just assumed they put it in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It's possible. It's possible because I'm such a big fan.
It's at the Hard Rock. Oh, they closed that.
I'm such a big fan.
No, it's at the Hard Rock in Florida.
I'm such a big fan.
Hollywood, Florida.
Hey, Spot, just show everyone the quick picture I sent you of my daughter's school pictures. Like, if this girl isn't cut from the cheesecloth of her dad, she looks just like her mom now.
Oh, God.
Look at this little picture of Emmy with a fucking umbrella.
God,
like, did they have you holding a...
Look like you're taking the whole family to Cheeser Town.
Oh, I can't. She's so cute.
Cheesetown, USA. But yeah, Emmy's first school pictures. We're trying to figure out which one to put in a frame.
How cute she is. Oh, God, she's so cute.
She's like holding an umbrella.
Oh, my God, how cute is she?
I love asking you questions like that. Like, Emmy, did they tell you to hold the umbrella? She's like, yeah. I'm like, so you just held it all cute? Yep. I'm like, all right.
Look at that. Like, look at how great those are. Don't show these to Melody.
Which one? Top center one? Which is the framer that I'll have for like 5 years in a frame?
Let's see. Okay.
Umbrella or top one?
None of them, because you're going to replace it with next year's.
Well, the umbrella is so cute, but the other one is just so fallish.
I think the top middle one.
I like the top middle one.
No.
I think she's the happiest. No, she's the happiest and most smiley in the umbrella photo. I think next, the top middle, she's happy and smiling, but it's fallish.
Is it still?
And then the bottom left, she just looks like, hey.
Is it still appropriate to give these to you? Do you like cut them out and give them to grandparents and shit? Is that sort of like what you do? I'll give you one, Spotty.
100%.
Yeah.
I have this place picked out on the right next to the
Very
Golden
sweet,
Girls magnets.
That's very sweet of you, Spot.
I have a photo of Melody on the. It's old. I need a new one.
Cut them out. You're not getting the new one. She doesn't like it.
Yeah, she said no. Don't give this to anybody.
You got to cut it out and mail it out. Mail it out to the grandparents.
Umbrella one. People are saying umbrella one for sure. Bottom left. Well, I think they look cute. I'm biased, but I'm like, she looks like her mom. That's one thing. Covino and I, our daughters both look like their mothers, which is a good thing.
I don't think so. I think Melody looks like a mix. She just has like some eyebrow thingies going on like her mom. She's a girl. She's gonna, look like her mom, but she looks more like my family, I think.
This is
does look a lot like her mom too. She's a mix.
Yeah. I saw her recently and I was like, damn, she looks like you.
She looks a lot like her mom, but a lot like me as well. It's weird. What's weird? When she smiles, she looks a lot like me. When she's angry, she looks a lot like her mom. Yeah, that's true. I swear.
It's weird. When she's in a really shitty mood,
it
reminds me of your
when she's
being like telling stupid jokes and stuff. I'm like, yeah, she looks like dad.
Yeah,
it's weird.
But when she's
like bitter and like rude,
when she's complaining about the photo and stuff, she reminds me. She looks so much like her mom to me. It's a weird thing.
It's crazy.
It really is.
And when she's like really giving you a hard time, I'm like, yeah,
like you look so much like your mom. But when she's like
silly and jovial,
getting great grades and stuff, yeah, she looks so much like me. It's weird.
When she's like painting or singing or doing something funny, she's smiling. Oh, it's like dad.
Just like dad.
Look at that.
But she really is like she's a crazy mix. It's fucking weird.
There's I think Sarah and I solved our kids. It's Ben is me.
You mean Carrie Kuhnman solved your kids?
Yeah, Carrie Kuhnman. I give her credit already for this. Yeah, it's Sarah. Ben is me with Sarah's eyes, and Emmy is Sarah with my eyes. Just the opposite. All right.
That could change over time. Like Melody, to me, in the first few years of her life, was a stamp of Covino.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
now she's morphing into her mother.
That's nature's way of keeping dad involved, they say.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't kick him out of the.
But also,
cage.
as she becomes more of a woman, she's going to look more like a mom.
Yeah, she looks more.
No, but there are women that grow up and look exactly like their fathers.
Yeah, I feel sorry for those girls.
Oh my God, there was a great scene.
Remember how I told you? She got dad's honker.
Remember how I told
Thanks, Dad.
Great, my nose goes to the right.
Yeah, great, I got your stupid Italian nose.
You know what scene is fucking insane?
I pray my kids, if I have them ever, never look like me. I don't want them to look like me at all.
Well, you and Kristen look like you just want a feminine version.
I want a feminine, soft, feminine version. That's my wife.
So
sweet hair.
I was telling you some of the movies that they're streaming on Hulu are just easy to put on the background if you don't know what to watch. Like I said, I watched Teen Wolf the other day.
Coming out. That doesn't mean stop telling your story.
No, I'm not talking about Teen Wolf anymore. I watched, I was skimming through and watched a little bit of Grown Ups. Not a great movie, but so many funny people in it and funny scenes. Not the second one, the first one. And, I felt so bad for this girl, but she knows what she's getting into because it's the role she accepted. Is it Rob Schneider? Yeah, Rob Schneider in the movie has 3 daughters.
Oh, it's Grown Ups.
He has 3 daughters. 2 of them are fucking bombshell knockouts that are in bikinis. Remember the one that's like bending over the car and they're all staring at her ass?
Vaguely, yeah.
And then he's like, and this is my 3rd daughter. And she has like a swim cap on and she's a little nerd. It's like, hi, I'm the 3rd daughter.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, okay, that one makes sense. It was fucking so rude, but that's what you don't want. You don't want your kid to be like the fucking dude. You don't want your daughter to be the dude version of you. You don't want her to look like a dude with long hair.
You just want your kid to be happy and not blame you for their big nose.
I got my dad's nose. All right. Spot, if you can find just a picture of the girl from Grown Ups, and then I have a great message from our buddy Russell on the Covino and Rich Facebook page. But yeah, this is the hot girl.
From that.
95% of that's got to be from the mother, and I am lowballing.
Hey, Jasmine.
How is that?
Rob Schneider and his fucking model daughter.
The Elvis hairs are going up her nose. She doesn't know what to do.
Oh yeah, doesn't it always play this song?
Yeah. Well, anyway, there's a scene at the water park spot where he's like, and here's my 3rd daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a fucking little mutant kid. Anyway, Russell hit us up. Goes, call me weird as heck. It's been decades since I've walked around barefoot in my house, or any house for that matter. I get out of the shower and immediately step into some flip-flops. With that being said, I just ran out of my truck and my slide slid off. I now have a heel covered in mud. Fuck. And the comments are, again, this is why you got to love social media. This is why you got to just love everyone putting their opinion out there. Because it couldn't be more polarizing. As I read this, I looked and I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Me, Sarah, Ben, Emmy, all chilling on the couch watching a movie last night, all barefoot. And I'm like,
a lot of feet going on.
And all I'm thinking,
I'm good with
and
that.
all I'm thinking to myself is, who wears footwear in their home?
I wear socks.
Jordan doesn't.
Well, she should.
She shouldn't. It's her home.
I think sometimes she should.
She got cute little feet, as we discovered the other day at your house. I got cute little feet. You got, what do you got? What are you hiding?
She definitely has, yeah, her feet don't bother me, but there's a lot of feet going on, though.
Who are you hiding?
I'm not hiding anything. It's how I'm comfy.
Your daddy's hurt.
You got another one?
Yeah. Hey.
Now I get it. Now that makes sense.
Yeah. He's got the water park scene.
Yeah,
That spot.
that
when
I
they're
know.
all-
I know.
Yeah. But back to the feet.
Get over it.
The foot.
Agony of
We don't need to
feet.
fight about feet. It's so silly, but it is wild to me that some people are like, I'm always covering my feet, and other people are like, yeah, like why? Like I'm barefoot right now. I'm in my house.
Yeah, it's gross.
But my wife is barefoot. The kids are barefoot.
Gross.
You're in a house.
I think it's gross.
Well, what are you supposed to put on your
change
feet?
my mind. I
She
don't know.
making a pie?
It's how you're raised. It's like you gotta
Yeah,
be
I guess so.
exposing your
It-
BATs all day.
But
why
then-
do you
but
get
why do
exposed
they have
those?
to be busted ass toes? Why can't they just be your toes?
I wear barefoot. I'm barefoot most of the
Yeah,
day.
you shouldn't be. They're gross.
Why?
Because your feet are offensive.
In my own home?
I mean, yeah, but if you have
When
company
we did
over,
when we did the show, yeah. But
Yeah,
when we
you-
did the show at my place, I just kept my feet out.
It's and I mean, I know it's not always just the answer, but
gotta
dude,
put
you
socks
also live in Southern California where it's hot, and like you're going in and out of the house, like you're wearing. I don't know. To me, it's like when you go on your patio, you're wearing footwear.
Great.
yeah,
So nice. I don't know. To me, yeah. People are saying Taco Ren is saying Mexicans all have house shoes. It's cultural.
I'm rocking socks. Are socks that fucking restricting to you? Fucking goddamn socks.
Yeah, they
Oh!
are.
Well,
They
not to
are.
me.
No, but your feet can't breathe.
I'm perfectly fine wearing my socks.
My feet can't breathe.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't rock my Cheetos once in a while, but I'm putting my socks on.
Help! My feet can't breathe.
Now, are you a shoes off in the house person?
Yeah.
So shoes off. So you're always.
I had to apologize though. Our buddy Ryan, who did our studio, came by my house to measure some stuff for some doors that I need. Ryan Justin, the Mod Barn.
He measured your penis to see if it could fit through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
I was like, I'm wearing
Full
my house
service.
shoes, man. I just want you to know, like, I'm just wearing my house slides right now. I don't know, it's just how I roll, just letting you know.
What do you mean?
I wanted to justify, like, I don't normally rock, like, slides. It's just we're on the patio, like, just chilling, so.
You're a weird guy, Ace.
No, you know who's weird? Fucking vatos that think sandals and socks are a good look.
Right.
It's not.
They're not.
Neither
not
is
a-
looking at your fucking
not a
nasty
good look.
man foot.
But
it's not a good look.
I would think most people in their own home,
I wear
especially
socks.
when you live in a warm climate place, most people are barefoot.
Can you show us your feet?
Nope.
Must be something.
I want to see what they look like. Are they hairy? Do they have like mid-digit hair?
It's just how you're raised.
You have hobbit
That's all.
feet?
No.
Are they
They're normal feet.
crusty?
Normal.
Got bad toenails?
Sometimes they're crusty. Sometimes they're great.
Is your second toe longer than the rest?
You're the fucking last guy with your Fred Flintstone disgusting feet.
I got square feet, but I show them.
Yeah, but
I'm
they're
proud of my
horrible.
feet.
You
I'm
shouldn't
happy
be,
with my
but
feet.
you shouldn't
No,
be.
but
That's
they're
the
my
point.
feet. But they're my
There's
feet.
things
But
that
they're
you
my
shouldn't
feet.
be proud
But
of.
he shouldn't.
Those are one of
He
them.
shouldn't let the puppies breathe.
Did I?
I mean,
hold on.
in the privacy of his own home, sure.
There are certain things that you have no control over: the length of your penis and the shape of your feet. These are the feet I was given.
Those are the first two things you think of.
Yes.
You have no control. I have no
And your
control
nose.
over what.
Oh no, you can have your nose, but like,
You also had a laser toe for 20 years.
what am I supposed to? Yeah, and I got it fixed. My feet look nice. My toes look nice.
For a fucking homeless man. So anyway,
Great.
that's great. It's teach his own, prove alone. I'll never get it. You'll never like get me to agree with you. It's all good. Be proud of your feet.
I think what it comes down to is there's things people fight about: politics, vaccines, their sports alliance, and who knew on the top of this list would be? Oh, I'm sorry, blue cheese versus ranch. What are the divisive dumb things people debate?
Twizzlers or red vines?
Twizzlers or red vines? And
If Rich saw titties,
I did, and I think socks or no socks. Kristen Rink wears socks all the time. Like I can't imagine if my wife or kids were like socks. Like what a hassle.
Yeah, socks are fucking such a struggle. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Here's a guy you're talking to a guy who wears his wife's socks.
hold on. If I've
I wouldn't
gone
wanna wear
out,
my
so
wife's
like,
socks either.
So when I go home, right after this, kick my shoes off.
Yeah, I put my nice comfy socks on.
I leave my socks
Slide
on.
around the floor.
I leave my socks on for most of the day, and then if I'm sitting and lounging, there comes a time where my socks start to make me feel hot. So then I take them off.
Yeah.
But if I have them on, I'll wear them. But I don't like get up in the morning and put socks on immediately. That's weird.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own thing.
I scramble around and look for socks one time a day when I leave the house to go to the gym because I'm like, yeah, I'll
How
wear
am I
socks to
going
the
to
gym.
pick
Otherwise,
things up off the floor like a gorilla? With
yeah,
my
how you going to
toes?
pick things up with your feet?
Yeah, don't you do
with
that?
socks on?
I do that all the time, like a gorilla. I just like.
All right. Thought I'd bring that up. So polarizing.
People
Who knew?
love to expose their feet. I'm just not one of those people.
Something else that's polarizing. Donald Trump.
Oh boy.
Is this true that he revealed his new slogan?
I want to tell you my new slogan.
Is this true or did I get got?
What is it?
You probably got.
I didn't see this.
Is it like
That his team registered "Make America Great Again."
again?
Double agains.
Again.
Again. Is that I read it quick and I'm like, is this true?
Begin again.
I said again twice
Make America Great Again.
because
Again.
I'm just
Again,
letting you
again.
know
Again,
that
again.
Again.
by saying it twice, it's gonna happen again. It's again, and then it's again,
There was an old man
Again.
who said, "Make
Again.
America great again."
again,
He had whiskers on his chin again.
again,
Is it true, Spot?
and again.
Make America great again.
Let's
Begin
see.
again.
The campaign slogan
Again.
announced on Monday was also used by former Vice President Mike Pence at the Republican National Convention.
Yeah, Julie, they've never seen my feet in 17 years. Are you guys serious? My feet are feet. Like fucking feet. They're feet. Do you think I've been hiding them for fucking... You think you've never seen my feet? Are you serious?
I've never seen him.
Fuck out of here. So good. I want to see if this is real or
Trump
not.
announced a new super PAC on Monday.
Donald
And his
Trump,
critics
yeah. His allies are going to make America great again.
Begin again.
Again.
Yeah.
So do people need to trade in their hats for one with another again on it, or are they going to sell little? Are
You don't have to do
they going to sell
anything.
iron
you know what people
on?
need to do?
Yeah,
Fucking
little
cover
extra
their gross
patches.
feet up. That's
No,
what
are they going to iron on
another
a
again.
little patch? Like, are they going to sell again patches so that you can just be like, "Make America great again"? Again.
Again.
There's got to be an add-on.
It's never going to happen.
We're going to sell again patches, Spot. That's how we're going to make our millions. Sell patches that say again.
So let's see. Make America Great
So
Again.
it's
again.
MAGA again,
Announced
which essentially is Make America Great Again.
So nice. Say it twice.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, it's so nice that you can say that. That could be the slogan too.
No, I got that from Wyclef. Maria.
Again.
Shakira.
There it is.
So nice. Say it twice.
I said Maria. Anyway,
We're going to be doing it again and again. We did it once. It's time to do it again. So we're going to say it again
Trump
and again.
ridiculed for a name of new pack. Make America Great Again.
Again.
Yeah.
MAGA.
People are critics.
MAGA.
The campaign slogan,
MAGA.
like Spot said, was also
MAGA.
used by Mike Pence.
We'll be calling it MAGA.
MAGA. With 2 A's.
The extra A means it's really going to happen. We're really hammering it home. MAGA. Again.
I mean,
I'm
Again.
thinking Michael Finnegan. I'm singing Michael Finnegan for those of you who don't know. That was one of the first songs I ever learned as a kid in school.
Again.
MAGA.
That shit that's funny, bro. That shit is funny. That's funny. That's the funniest shit you brought up.
Folks getting caught up on the hilarity around the rebrand are missing a basic point. Trump folks had no way of legally replacing Lewandowski, one of the 2 board members on the first super PAC. So unless he steps down, they have to sort of form a new PAC. Which is,
I mean, even the first, it wasn't. Well, what was Reagan's slogan? Make America Great. Was that his slogan? I thought it was I thought Reagan's was Make America Great Again. So it should be again.
Because
I think that was what Reagan thing.
Make America Great. He made America Great again. Now Biden took over and he wants to come back and then make America great again once again.
Wow.
So again.
So somewhere in the future, though, it will be again. Somewhere in the future, some other Republican politician.
Again. All right.
Thank you.
Not ridiculing Donald Trump. I don't hate him or love him. I just find that to be a
that shit is funny.
Something that people would joke about a little.
Oh yeah, that's great.
MAGA part 2.
No, it's gonna be like they ran out of room. So like it's gonna be Make America Great on the hat again, and then again it's gonna like be small, like it's
how like a kid that did a bad project. You know who was fucking guilty of that? And I made fun of her, and she had the opportunity to tell me she fucked up.
The last again is gonna be all scrunched up and bent.
Oh no, Spot. Go on our pal Nicole, her Instagram. I said, "Oh, you were joking, right?" And she goes, "No, I tried to make it look cute because I actually did mess up." If you go on our Instagram, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows down, it's your kid's first day of school. And she spaced out kindergarten so poorly. She did? Yeah. And I was like, oh, that wasn't done as like a cute, like, oh, kid. She's like, no, I ran out of space and tried to make it look cute. Look at this kindergarten. Look at how cute her kids are. But her little son Keegan, first day of kinder, and she's like, "Fuck it." She's like, "Fuck, Matt, I ran out of room." He's like, "I don't know, fix it."
Couldn't she redo it? It's not like it's a fancy sign.
I told her, I said it looks like on purpose.
I think she pulled it off.
Yeah, that's what I said. I
It's
go,
not a fancy sign.
I was like, I thought you did it on purpose. She goes, no, I ran out of room and thought maybe I could pull it off. And I guess she did because I thought it was on purpose.
Here we are again.
Again. Do you remember doing those school projects with the 3-fold board?
Yeah.
And the fucking dummy kid, you would see his font got smaller if he spaced it out poorly.
Spacing was tough as a kid.
It's again.
Jordan hits me up. She goes, "You were raised to wear socks in the house because it's gross.
Yeah.
But not to chew with your mouth open.
Or
because that's not gross.
Or not let out rancid gas.
Yeah. Because that's not gross. Eye roll. The whole thing, what's really funny about that?
Oh, by the way, did she end up burning your boxer briefs that you wore that day?
She might have threw them away.
Did she sterilize the home?
Some people have such a hard on about like chewing with your mouth open.
My dad's the grossest and he doesn't know it.
Yeah, but some people are immune to it. Like I never noticed that. And then other people are like, "Oh my God." I get it.
I do it a little bit, but my dad, Sarah says I get it from my dad. My dad's a big lip smacker. But in the enjoyment of his food, I
don't want to be bothered when I'm eating.
My dad he'll do this, and he's probably thinking right now, "Fuck him." I don't know
like
what
your dad from Friday.
Well, my dad's will probably be offended by
every
this.
time I'm in the kitchen, you were in the kitchen.
Yeah, who taught you how to dip a chip in guac? That's what I'd like to know.
Who, me or him?
Him.
Oh,
what did your dad do?
Greg does this thing.
Thinks I'm cute.
Where every bite he takes, he's like almost like he's
savoring it.
But like it's every bite, and Sarah's like,
he's like
you
a
sound like your
sommelier.
father. Yeah. My dad has the reactions of a sommelier sipping a fine wine. My dad will do a little.
Oh, Jordan would never want to have dinner, unfortunately.
Oh, Nelly, this is terrific.
Sorry.
I mean, we've seen how Rich eats. It makes sense.
Yo, you remember? I just had a funny memory. Way back on a Wednesday, we all went out to dinner, and this is in my previous life, right? And my ex came out with her hair braided, like a vacation almost hairdo.
Like Monica and Friends when they went to Jamaica?
And Rich's dad was like so thrown off. He's like, oh, I feel like he didn't even recognize her. Like,
who is that?
I barely recognized you. Well, and he couldn't get over the hair.
He's
hair.
like,
threw me off. Your hair's in braid. Who are you?
I think he didn't like it, and he really couldn't express it.
Oh, but the
but he couldn't hide it either.
It's different.
The hair.
So that's what you decided to go with today.
Braided.
That's very interesting choice.
That's a very bold move.
Greg was very fixated on but is that Layla, right? This is the hair. That shit was funny as hell. I remember. Because Layla has a lot of hair.
Covino's wife, very attractive, but the hair choice very unique.
Braided.
Drew Max saying he's so strict about his kids eating with their mouth closed. I'm guilty. My dad, your dad. Other people are saying
no one was ever
never
strict
eat out with Rich. Never eat out with Rich.
Other people are saying that
people are so fucking hung up on that.
Other
man.
people
Get over it.
are,
You're eating. You gotta keep your mouth shut like a fucking little
other people are saying their dads are
Can't
guilty
eat
of
in
this.
comfort?
Maybe it's a dad thing too. Maybe you hit a certain point, you're like, fuck it.
In comfort? How is keeping your mouth closed when you're chewing and eating, not eating in comfort?
I'm enjoying this.
Can I tell you something?
Am I not supposed to talk? Stop asking me questions then.
Yeah,
So anyway.
but you and I are both bad eaters with that stuff. But who
You're
cares?
savages.
Whatever.
Oh, I dated a girl once that was told. Get this. This is like one of those etiquette things, like that someone tells like a younger woman, like when you're on a date, like don't order some messy food or some shit, right? I dated a girl for a minute that wouldn't bite into something. She would rip off little pieces of it and put it in her mouth.
Yeah, Jordan does that.
For real?
Most of the time.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's an etiquette thing, but she does do
Yeah,
that.
it's like someone told her like,
you're not supposed to,
it's not becoming of a woman to like she wouldn't bite into a cheeseburger. She'd be like, and I'm like, wow.
Would she pick up the bone from a pork chop and eat it off the bone?
Well, that's what you're supposed to do, no?
That's the type of girl that does this to your weenie.
How small is your weenie?
Yeah. No, she does. She doesn't even want to touch it. She's like,
So anyway,
do you hold your silverware like a Neanderthal?
I do. I'm killing the steak. So moving on. The Donald Trump thing's hilarious. Again. I love that.
It's a debutante thing.
Think about that board meeting, Rich.
Do it again.
What shall we?
All right. Okay, here we are.
This is that we're here for the new branding meeting.
Here we are. It's been 4 years.
No,
it's time.
You know how
what are we
happens,
gonna do? What do you
Someone
got?
came up with a really great
All
campaign.
right, Johnson.
And he's
What
like,
is?
no, I got it. He came up with that.
Johnson, all right, let's go around the room. We're all gonna present ideas, but I got a good one. I got a really, really good one. It's gonna come out at the end, but I want to hear what you've got. All right, go.
Well, Mr. President, I think we should.
Too long.
It's we could call it. You're back after a small hiatus. We could call it the return, like the return.
Wrong.
All right, next. All right, what do you got?
I fucking love it. Make America great again.
I got it.
Again.
All right, now it's my turn. Everybody, get to the edge of your seat. It's time. I'm gonna release my statement.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh!
So
Mr. President.
we're making
Mr.
America
President.
great again. We're gonna keep making it great again. But guess what? We're doing it again.
That's
Again.
I love that. All right.
Now, by the way, I have a question for you.
I know,
With
by the way-
everyone not loving Sleepy Joe and his approval rating continuously going down.
Who?
Sleepy Joe.
Who?
Joe Biden, President Biden.
Oh, that guy.
With people really not loving his tenure so far. Do you think...
know how much you paid for gas yesterday? I'm not saying this is the be-all, end-all, but it was like $40 to fill my tank.
You have a little Honda.
A little Honda Civic. It was $56.56.
Mine was
Hey, I got to play that number in the picket.
My Mini Cooper
It was $56.56 to fill my tank yesterday.
was $59.
Fucking beat it.
Mini Cooper.
Beans.
Well,
that was weak.
I never know who to blame for that stuff.
I don't know either. I'm just saying.
But
I know my gas prices went high and my portfolio went low. So,
but do you think because everyone's so dissatisfied with what's going on do you think if he ran again, it's actually possible?
Again.
I'm sorry, again? If he ran again? Again. I thought there was I was like, no way. It's over.
I don't think
but
so.
now I'm like, well, a couple more years of people being not really pleased, you never fucking know.
You should get Lenny Kravitz again as his theme song.
Again. Then a whole compilation. Janet Jackson again.
Yeah.
When will I see you again?
I saw another article out of the Wall Street Journal. Curious what you think about this. It said, hey, feeling burnt out over the last year and a half?
Yes.
Care less about your job. They're saying people...
Oh, that's great. I actually have the opposite mentality.
He said
my mentality is get a fucking job. How about that?
The article saying if you're burnt out about your job, a lot of times people dive too much into their job and let it control their whole world to the point where
that's true.
You don't realize. Yeah, but you don't realize that your job doesn't care about you.
I get that. But how about get a job? I think Offspring said that. The Offspring, right?
They said, no, why don't you get a job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too many people fucking content not having a job. Something else I realized at Costco the other day. It was a Monday afternoon at Costco. You expect to see Ebenezer there in his suspenders, but it was so fucking packed. It's like, all these people cashing in on their unemployment. How are they here?
That's over though, man.
Nah, I don't know. I'm just saying, there's so many people not working.
Meaning the extra unemployment. It's over.
I get that, but there's so many people here not working. Like, unless they all have this unique scenario that we do. I don't think so. I think it's just a bunch of jerk-offs not working.
Andrew saying, it is so possible Trump could win a couple more years of this. Andrew Yang is trying to make a new party. All for it, but good luck. By the way, my brother is a huge Andrew Yang fan. Top Jimmy. Who knew? All right, let's move on. Burnt out, get a new job, careless about your job. People are barefoot. Some people never show their feet. Make America great again. Yankees, Red Sox. Sorry, Cove. Tonight, Dodgers, Cardinals. How do you feel about the Dodgers winning 106 games and they could be out after their best season in franchise history? All it takes is one good Adam Wainwright start for St. Louis and the fucking Dodgers are done. Imagine the Dodgers and Yankees are both out in a 24-hour period. That's terrible for networks, but for people that hate power teams, they're going to love it.
I'm sorry, I'm reading feedback. People work from home, Sal Diaz says. Yeah, no. There's a lot of people not working. Colin, Pennsylvania says there's 10 million unemployed, 11 million job openings. People are lazy. You know who's going to take those jobs? All these people coming into the country. There's going to be a fucking bunch of Americans being like, there's no jobs.
Let's see. I thought Yang just switched to being an independent. I'm also joking. Be a man. Get a job. All right.
Back to the Dodgers. I'm just a lot of feedback coming in. Thank you, guys. Dodgers.
That's pretty crazy. But then again, great teams. Great teams.
But there was a greater team.
Yeah. In past years, as I've always pointed out, there are teams that never made the playoffs because of no wild card. So
yeah, like people complain. I'm not that guy. People complain about the 1-game playoffs and things like that. It's like, yo, then you should have fucking played better throughout the season. You're lucky to even have this opportunity. So as a Yankees fan, they were lucky to even have that chance last night.
Let's be honest.
They were a roller coaster all season.
A couple years ago, there was a different wild card situation. Back in the day, there was no wild card. So yeah, people are agreeing that people are lazy. People are lazy.
Fucking laziest. And this pandemic just made everyone lazier and nobody wants to work. That's not news. That's not change.
That's more the same.
It's more the same.
Britney Spears coming out and saying that part of the problem with the conservatorship was that her dad became born again and kept trying to change her, saying you need God and that the cure for all that's wrong with you is just more religion. So her dad was trying to push religion on her, and she was not having it. That was one of their hang-ups.
I don't mind faith and religion. I just can't get behind churches and what they stand for anymore. You know?
Yeah.
It's
No,
kinda tough.
I hear you. You could have your own set of beliefs, but not have to be affiliated with
It's kind of tough.
a tax
you
sheltered
hear too many
organization.
nightmare stories about kid touchers and cover-ups, and it's terrible. I'm not saying every religion. I'm saying
You'll still go to church, but you won't listen to R. Kelly anymore. By the way, how do you feel about music services pulling their music? I feel like that's sort of an odd move.
I mean, we don't play Marilyn Manson on Turbo right now.
I mean, and
a lot
you
of
know
people
what?
hit me up. I'm like, he's getting bad press. What do you want from me? Why don't you play Marilyn Manson? I'm like, read the news.
On Pop 2K, when I do the countdowns on the weekend, sometimes I'll see it in the music log. It'll say number 27, Kelly Clarkson. Number 26, it'll say R. Kelly, skip. So I'll go from number 27 to, I don't know, number 25. And I'm thinking to myself, all music platforms, not just SiriusXM, Pandora, Spotify, all these places, Yahoo Music. I thought, was it Amazon? Someone was not pulling R. Kelly's music and someone had an issue with it. And my thought was,
I always said my favorite R. Kelly was Roberto Kelly, former Yankee, San Francisco Giants.
You always said that.
Coach. Roberto Kelly.
There's a part of me. There's a part of me that's like,
Tony Medina liked it.
You're pulling apart. What you're doing is you're pulling apart the history of music and saying, because I don't like that person, I'm not allowed to like that song anymore.
There's a whole rewriting history sort of conversation.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, I get it where they're like, hey, we don't want a statue of a racist in our hometown. That makes sense to me, right? But when you're saying, yeah, this guy was a bad guy, so we can't dance to a song at a club anymore, at a wedding, to me, erasing music history feels really weird to me. Because it's like, we all loved the fucking Ignition remix, but you're never going to hear it again? Like it doesn't exist?
I don't really care about R. Kelly. So I really don't.
I'm not saying play it now.
Let's do it.
I don't care about R. Kelly. I can live without Ignition. But I know a lot of people love it.
Bounce.
Spot, I could live without R. Kelly. I was never a huge fan, but to me, there's a part of pulling music just seems fucking weird to me.
Figure out why.
I don't know if...
I feel like it's temporary. I feel like it's never...
Yeah, well, I'll tell you why it feels weird to me. Because if you're like, tear down that Confederate statue, some people disagree with that. But I'm saying, all right, well, it represents something really bad, and it's... Yeah, but you could say a statue's art too, but I have no problem with certain things when it makes sense. But to me, it's like, so R. Kelly, yeah, if he's a piece of shit or not, you're supposed to just be like, I guess that music never existed?
I'm sure if you took a closer look at everyone's fucking lives that have produced art and music and
I said it yesterday with Urban Meyer, Spot. I said, if everyone was fucking perfect, then all these people, then I agree with everything, but no one's fucking perfect.
Did you see the
I gotta
other
be honest.
updates?
A prime example for me is Kevin Spacey. I think he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah, are we supposed to pretend that House of Cards wasn't fucking brilliant? Like we love that show.
We fucking talked about that show every day.
It doesn't exist anymore.
He's a fucking Usual Suspects, American Beauty, what else was he in? The Negotiator. I don't know. Pick a Kevin Spacey film. Fantastic actor. Am I supposed to forget that he fucking made movies?
I don't think people are supposed to forget.
Like when Michael Jackson.
Acknowledging, you don't continue praising. You know what I mean? You don't continue putting money in that person's pocket because you know they're a piece of shit. And just because we made those mistakes in the past doesn't mean we should still continue making those, right? If R. Kelly's a piece of shit, why give him the spins? It's like every time we talk about the Gabby Petito story, right? Why keep talking about her piece of shit boyfriend? I try not to shout him out.
He's the center of the story now.
He's the on the run suspect.
Why make him a household name, right? Like, there's other ways to talk about it. I don't mention his name on Turbo or here when I'm talking about it. So I'm saying, like, yeah, you can't erase history and you can't rewrite it, but you could also figure out a way where you're not, like, putting dollars in their pocket and praising them.
But like Wes in Idaho says the complete, like, conservative old guy thing to say, if you erase history, you don't learn from it. Yeah, I get that concept, but that means that you shouldn't correct any mistake, right?
You need to
correct mistakes, Wes. I'm just saying, I agree. The answer is not erasing and eradicating everything that ever existed that you don't agree with. But, if there's a statue of a piece of shit, what's the point of keeping it up, right?
Focus on the music though.
The music is the thing I'm thinking about. It's like you're right.
Kyle and PA brought up OJ. I still fucking am going to watch The Naked Gun and watch him bang into everything and get stuck in a bed and fly down the stairs and go over the rail. I'm going to watch all that and laugh.
Are we supposed to ignore the fact that Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke was the #1 song in the world?
I fucking love this. I love it.
13 weeks in a row. So
you're gonna want it.
I know you want it. You're trying to tell me the video that we all love, with Emily Ratajkowski and the other two hot girls' titties.
I watched it. My titties. I told you I watched it last week.
Blurred Lines. Are we gonna pretend that because Robin Thicke is now being accused of being a creepo that we didn't fucking love that song for 3 months? It was #1 on the R&B and pop charts. But right now
she didn't want it.
She didn't want it,
but she got it.
Yeah, she got it.
On her titties.
I don't think that Robin Thicke is a fucking stellar guy for what he did. In fact, probably shitty.
Why? Have they pulled Blurred Lines?
No. But what I'm saying is Pharrell Williams distanced himself from the song and says he wants no more involvement with, like, he doesn't consider it, he wants it off his, like, catalog.
Oh man, that was a good song.
And Pharrell, and to me,
I want to hear it right now.
No, come on.
But the spot,
not worth it.
The spot, the point. I mean, no, you're not going to get in trouble for playing it. You may get flagged. I don't want to get flagged. Spot. My point is, House of Cards. House of Cards. Ready? Let's make a list.
Song?
Let's make a list. Blurred Lines. House of Cards. Remix to Ignition. The Cosby Show.
You're there.
Any Michael Jackson song.
Marilyn Manson. Currently.
Marilyn Manson.
Looks like an old grandma.
I'm not saying hear me. I'm not saying I admire or respect those humans anymore. But am I supposed to just take the fucking Men in Black Will Smith little and erase my memory of these things I enjoyed? I'm supposed to pretend I didn't love House of Cards? Am I supposed to say the Cosby Show wasn't influential? Am I supposed to say that Blurred Lines wasn't my fucking jammy jam of 2013? That was probably my favorite song that year.
Yeah, but people don't want to.
Am I supposed to?
It's a matter of people just not wanting to be associated. It's very much how Pharrell wanted to detach himself from that story.
Yeah.
Companies and organizations and big platforms like SiriusXM, they're like, yeah, I don't want to. I guess then we don't want to fucking let anyone think we're okay with that.
Like,
so it's a precautionary move.
Like Seth Rogen, right? Denounced James Franco as a friend, but he still they worked together. They had movies together. He doesn't denounce his films.
Man, I really wish you guys watched.
He just denounced his relationship. So you have to separate the person from the art, and that's very hard to do for people.
You know what I wish you guys watched, and I know you can't watch
Ted
every
Lasso?
show. No, but Ted Lasso is fucking great. But let me give you another.
The Morning Show.
Yes,
it's F-Boy Island.
I never watched that. I heard it's not even like
The
intriguing.
Circle.
Bachelor in Paradise.
Bachelor in Paradise.
No,
finale yesterday.
You named it.
What's the one?
You named it.
What's the
Morning
one
Show.
where they don't touch each other on the island? Or they can't have sex?
Too Hot to Handle.
Too Hot to Handle.
I only go through yours. Reruns of NCIS, Bridgerton, shitty shows your wife watches.
I never watched Bridgerton. I never watched Bridgerton. How dare you?
The Crown. So corny ass shit Spot watches.
I would watch The Crown.
But anyway,
I would.
The Morning Show is fantastic. In fact, someone hit me up yesterday. Drew Mack hit me up saying, Morning Show. Two people hit me up yesterday.
Super handsome dude, bro, meeting.
No, Drew Mack hit me up yesterday and said, Morning Show is so fucking good. And my buddy Lizito, Mike, said, thanks for the Ted Lasso recommendation. I was hesitant. I'm 3 episodes in, and it might be my favorite show. So, yeah, Apple TV delivering. But, Spot. Backstrom. The Morning Show is the perfect example of what we're talking about. And I don't think you guys need to watch a show for me to explain this. Steve Carell is like the most loved man in America, but he is sort of like the Matt Lauer of the show, right? In the beginning, you realize sexual allegations, was he a creepo and all that, right? But him and Jennifer Aniston were TV partners for 20 years. So she's doing some, I'm not giving away any spoilers, people knows. She's given some Barbara Walters type interview, and they're like, tell us your relationship with him. And she's like, reluctantly, like teared up. And she's like, he was my best friend. Like, am I supposed to now, like, luckily Covino's a good guy. But let's say tomorrow came out, Covino was a fucking super creep.
Super creep.
And then people,
super creep.
He's super creepy. What was your relationship like with Mitch? He was my best friend. If Covino became a creep tomorrow and someone interviewed me like, so what was your relationship like with Covino? Am I supposed to say, oh, he was a real piece of shit? No, I'd say, yeah, the guy was like my best friend for 15 years and I'm really sort of thrown off about what happened.
How are they paying me for this interview?
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, people are fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
People are weirdos and they're wishy-washy. And I'm not saying go fucking be like, yeah, R. Kelly rules.
The music thing
But
is odd because it's not consistent.
Yeah,
I think that's what confuses you is because like Michael Jackson's songs are so great, we've made exceptions. But like
Dave Chappelle made this commentary in one of his last specials.
Well, he has a new special.
And
out.
I watched half of it last night.
The Closer.
And I enjoyed it. I stopped watching because I was starting to get tired and I didn't want to doze off. But from what I watched so far, it's fantastic. I don't think it's getting enough hype because, I don't know, is Dave Chappelle on that list of people that are like, woo, now? He said it's his last special in quite a while. He's going to take a little time out.
You know, I read an interesting article recently, and I sent it to you, and I forget about it, but it was about the public perception. It was, you know what it was centered around? John Mulaney. Like, people had this image of John Mulaney as like this like fun-loving, awesome guy.
Oh, and he was like a drug addict. And everything.
Yeah, and like, so it's almost like, I wish I could find it and the exact statement that the article was making. But it's like when the public has this perception of you and you go against that perception, the public turns on you because you're shaking up their notion of what you are. Like if John Mulaney,
what you're saying makes so much sense.
If John Mulaney was like Bob Saget, like, you know, when he did his raunchy comedy, it shook up the perception of what he was, and people were going against that. That's why people work so hard to create this public persona and maintain this persona, that when things are against that persona, it like shakes them up. So. And they turn on him. I'd have to find
this article you talk about makes the most sense. It makes the most sense because that's why, like, when a raunchy comic,
not on brand, right?
When a raunchy comic does something weird, it doesn't stir the pot as much because it's not far off their quote brand. When America's Dad is drugging women, when everyone's lovable gay actor Kevin Spacey that's been in so many great things and people love him, shakes up your perception. Like Spot said, when R. Kelly, R&B star, who knew anything bad about R. Kelly, turns out he's a creepo. What it does, it shakes up your perception. We're not trying to change history. That's from Jason. He said we're trying to, but making a correction to it. You have to choose. You have the choice as to what actions you take with the info you're provided with.
Yeah, it's in a way showing jerk-offs that there's consequences, right?
Yeah.
But there's no consistency when it comes to music. I think that's also why it's confusing.
Yeah,
like,
but someone else pointed out that the morning show is like the ultimate reflection of what we're saying here. Because it's like, if you work with someone that you loved, and then they turn out to be a creepo, are you going to be like, I fucking hate him? Or are you going to be like, yo, until I found out they were like a womanizer or a scumbag or doing some weird illegal shit, I love them. So now am I supposed to like tell everyone else like, oh, I hate him? Honestly.
Yeah. Honestly, if someone, it's an honest answer. I thought he was a great guy. Now with this new information, I'm a little torn on how I feel. I guess I was wrong about that. He's a bad guy. Yeah, if you killed somebody, if you touched a little boy, if you stuck a finger in someone's ass that didn't ask for it, yeah, you're fucking not a good person.
You're a creep.
So your honest answer is
my read on them was wrong.
No, I was wrong. I thought they were a good guy. He was my friend. I feel betrayed because I didn't see it. But if this is true, then yeah, I'm wrong. He's an asshole.
It's like the coach on the Goldbergs or Chris D'Elia. Any of those people that got like creep allegations against them. When I saw their close friends distance themselves, I understood it, but I was like, wow, people are quick to be like, nice knowing you, right?
You don't need that bad press.
Yeah.
People are trying to make it. Anyway,
it's a
I'm gonna
difference.
continue.
By the way, Frey makes a great point to wrap this up. It's a difference between Artie Lang and Ellen DeGeneres. Artie Lang's always been known as a raunchy sort of fuck up that we love, right? Artie Lang, one of the funniest guys. I've never been in a room with someone that owned it in a comedic sense the way Artie Lang does.
Yes, you have. Jay Thomas.
Close, you're right. Those two guys together.
Legendary
Rest in
comic,
peace, Jay
radio
Thomas.
host, actor, Jay Thomas.
He had the biggest balls in the room.
He had a 15-foot gack, and he was maybe 5'6", 5'7".
Jay Thomas had the biggest dick in the room. But
He had the biggest
someone that
dick
would
in
just
the room.
make
He was
me
funny as hell.
laugh, Artie Lang, right? And Artie, because of the trouble he's gotten in his life with drugs and his stories about hookers and stuff like that, anytime something bad happened to Artie, he'd be like, oh man, I'm rooting for him because I know he's a good guy at heart, but he's troubled. When Ellen DeGeneres puts on this picture-perfect perception, like, I'm America's gay best friend, and I'm Ellen DeGeneres, and I dance down the aisles and give away free money and make people's lives better. When you hear that she's a piece of shit to her workers,
Yeah.
as Spot said,
She's like a tyrant.
blows up your perception. It fucks with what you think, right?
Here's the article. It's from Vox. It's pretty interesting. It talks about the concept of parasocial relationships, and that's the imagined relationship between members of the public and public figures.
This is a great thought.
Parasocial relationships.
I'll write that down.
Here it is.
Parasocial
relationships. They talked about the Mulaney and Munn whole thing, like with him leaving his wife and them getting together and all that kind of shit.
John Mulaney being a drug addict that had to be coerced into going to rehab by his friends and being like a total party guy, leaving his wife. All of John Mulaney's decisions over the last year or so have gone against the cheesy, hey, is he like vague? Is he like we used to be like, is he gay or straight? He's like the most likable, like charming, wears a suit, like comes from he always talked about like his religious family. He shook up your perception, right?
That's where the controversy comes in, yeah. It's
like
off-brand.
Like he would always talk about his wife and like their dog and all that kind of shit.
My wife and my dog. And
right.
I'm like the really friendly guy in a suit.
Where did I see that? So Mulaney's nice guy shtick was always doomed to lead to disappointment.
Yeah.
It was an interesting article. It's long, and I could go into depth about it, but read it on your own.
I'll give you another
It's
one.
on Vox.
And
just search Vox John Mulaney.
It's only rumors and allegation, but like, it's with Jimmy Fallon, right? Jimmy Fallon is the cheesiest, friendly, like of all the late night guys and all the SNL guys from back in the day, he always seems like he's the silly, happiest, friendly. You might not think he's funny, but he's always like silly and happy. Like, I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'm like a good time guy.
He is a good guy.
Yeah, no, of course.
I think so.
But when you hear those stories like, Fallon's he drinks a lot and he parties too hard, and you're like, what it does is it throws a little wrinkle in your perception of him.
In your perceptionary dinkle is the phrase I think you were looking for.
Correct.
Well, I think you hit on it, and I think that
it's a great thought. Parasocial relationships.
I don't know if it helps you answer your music question.
We have parasocial relationships with our listeners. Like we've done this show for 15 plus years. We have closer relationships because we are the most interactive show ever. But there are times, Covino, where a listener meets us or showed up at an event and they would start treating us away. Like I always thought it was interesting. Spot had a parasocial relationship with listeners where they thought that because the way we interacted with Spot, they could interact with Spot.
Right. It's odd.
It's your parasocial relationship.
Or, you could relate it to the Mulaney thing. Like, years ago, I was just like this quiet, doofy kind of guy. And that changed on the show. And people think that because I'm not the guy I was, it threw off their perception of me. And now they hate me.
Your parasocial relationship. I got to pee.
Go do it.
I'll be right back.
I'll wrap up the rando news. Rich is just spitting
Going to
out
the one
stories.
shot.
And that's the fun of the show. So I'll continue with that. Pats release 4-time Pro Bowler Stephen Gilmore. And you know what? Actually, I want to know Rich's thought on that because Is that just a Belichick thing to do? You know, what is that about? That sort of came out of nowhere. Adam Schefter announced that again. 4-time Pro Bowler Stephen Gilmore out. It was just a few years ago he had the highest score on your Madden game, right? Like, now he's not on the team. Aaron Boone, is he out? His contract's up. They lost a big game yesterday. We touched on that beginning of the show. He wants to stay with the Yankees. I don't think he was the problem. Dave Chappelle has a comedy special out called The Closer. We'll get Rich's take on that. If he
Another
comes
one?
back from his pee. He said he had to take a pee, but he went that way. I think he went to clean Ben's pee. And a reminder, because I kind of forgot because I've been so wrapped up in foosball and Yankee playoffs.
No.
Fury Wilder's this weekend. If you want to come over and watch the fight spot, and have a little fight night at Mikasa.
Oh, let's do it.
Fury Wilder.
BTVR? We're going to BTVR it?
Just a reminder to get you hyped. I know we're only halfway there. It's Wednesday, but something to look forward to this weekend.
Let's BTVR it.
BTVR, Behind the Velvet Rope. I did it Behind the Velvet Rope yesterday if you want to watch it after the show today in retrospect to see my excitement during the Yankee game. Rich, your thoughts on Stephen Gilmore being released out of nowhere?
Who released him? Released from the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's people saying, "Oh, Belichick moved. There must be something going on." He's not happy. You know, it's he's no longer happy. Gilmore.
Adam Schefter says a stunner. Patriots are releasing 4-time Pro Bowl cornerback Stephen Gilmore.
We should
Stephon
get
Gilmore.
I saw the meme. It was like, we should get him. Says every fan of every other team in the NFL.
Who was eligible to come off the physically unable to perform list after week 6. Sources tell ESPN. I know, it's Jason Brown. I kept saying Steven.
Yeah.
Steph, I'm very Ron Burgundy. If I wrote, it looks like Steven to me. Stephon Gilmore.
Steven.
And there's controversy surrounding that decision. So, again, it's just a weird move because here's a guy that had so much promise. There's probably more to it, or maybe there's more to the injury or chemistry involved, or not fitting into the plan, right? Or what they want as a Patriots organization. So Stephon Gilmore, who had all this promise and people hyped up his skill level, is now like, he's shrugging like the guy on, like your emoji.
Yeah.
So that was also the other story.
Gilmore.
Now, yesterday, after all the baseball, after the Ted Lasso, all that stuff, I watched Bachelor in Paradise.
Almost paradise.
If you want to find the clip to add to it, Spot, it could help the story, but I have a question I'm posing to you guys based on that. The finale was boring. You know what I learned? That I love drama more than I love watching people fall in love. I don't give a fuck. That was the longest 3 hours ever. They really stretched out the finale. 3 couples ended up getting engaged after Paradise.
Well, I love. Who wants
Boring.
that?
Let's see. I want the
Where's
drama.
the fucking drama?
I want the drama show. Yeah, it's done.
By the way, traded to the Panthers.
That's the update?
Yeah, Gilmore.
Sweet. I didn't know that.
Panthers got a little bit better.
So, is that like breaking news?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. You heard it here.
Breaking news. Parting gift. Pats trade cornerback Gilmore to the Panthers.
So, Gilmore to the Panthers. That's the update there. Was there any follow-up as to why or what happened with the Patriots? Just
unhappiness.
Okay. And
by the way, Jacksonville Jags coach Urban Meyer said he never considered resigning over a silly viral video. It's wild to me that I saw people on
Stephen A.
ESPN
Smith had a good take on
and
it.
Fox. Maybe not Stephen A., but I saw people on both networks debating like should this be it for him? And if there's other things, like apparently he's lost the locker room already, people don't respect him, it's not the best fit. But I would hope that a video of a girl dancing by your lap at a bar for 10 seconds wouldn't be the reason a head coach of a football team loses his livelihood. Wouldn't you think that we're better than that as a people? Like, really?
I agree.
It doesn't. It's not a good look, but people forget. You know what it is? I'll say it. People that got nothing going on love to see people that have things going on go down. When you see someone lose their job in sports or entertainment or politics or something, you know how long it takes to get where that person got and how quickly it could be yanked away. And people are like, Yeah, I should get rid of him. Do you mean get rid of the guy that worked his whole life to get there?
Yeah.
It happens in sports, entertainment, broadcasting, so many places where it's like, yeah, I think when you cancel someone, what are you doing to that person? Are you sort of just saying, like, now you have nothing to live for?
It's hypocritical. It's humiliating. It's an embarrassing look for Urban Meyer, but does that garner him like from getting fired or canceled?
And by the way,
Probably not.
What type of answer did you think you'd get from Belichick, which was, we mutually agreed to part ways?
But the update, the funny thing that, I don't know if you saw it yesterday, but the bar in which he was getting grinded on, Urban Meyer, it's called Urban Meyer's whatever. Like,
It's his own place.
it's his own place, right?
Shut up.
So there's pictures of him and his wife throughout the place.
Shut up.
So like right across from him at the bar, like murals of his celebrations, his victories, and his family.
It's the American story. It's a good feedback. The American story. Build someone up, tear them down, and then watch them get redemption. It happens all the time. It's fucking weird to me. I can't
The
get
redemption
behind,
part is hit or miss.
Yeah, but I can't get behind that, man. I can't get behind someone unless someone was like a fucking killer or rapey, or unless someone did something terrible. I'm not for canceling someone after all the hard work they did to get somewhere. Yeah, you could punish someone, suspend them, give them a slap on the hand, but being like, you're fired, to me is like
Screaming A.
wild
Smith,
to me.
Stephen A. I love Stephen
I think it makes him more awesome too.
He
Andrew.
says, that one incident is not a fireable offense. It just isn't. This one incident, it's not a good look. He may have lost some of the locker room, like Rich said. It's not a fireable offense. It just isn't. Urban Meyer should not be fired because of this.
Now,
agreed.
If the Jags go 2-15 and they feel like he's not going to be part of what turns around the organization, that's one thing. If they feel like, all right, we're starting to get young pieces, they're not ready, but we're going to win in a couple years, I feel it, but not with this guy, yeah, that's another scenario. But if it's like, hey, yeah, we saw this 50-year-old head coach, some college girl was grinding on him. Take away his livelihood. Like, that's wild.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the world we live in, right?
Yeah.
So I was watching Bachelor in Paradise last night after all the drama, all the news, all these things. And
did it put you in a good mood after the Yankees?
No, it sucked. It was so boring. It was so boring. I'm telling you, I like drama show more than I want the drama.
I had a question for you.
I'm not tuning in to see these fucking lovebirds are going to be broken up in 3 months.
I'm not asking you to compare and contrast your current relationship with your ex-wife and ex-girlfriends. How is Jordan, though, when it comes to dealing with a Yankees lose Steve Covino? Like, she's like, it's okay, babe. Or she's like, it's a stupid game. Who cares? Like, what's her?
No, she was are you sad?
So she was like, because I was like, I've dated girls.
I'm like, oh,
all over that.
Giving me kisses and stuff.
All right,
so
good.
I think she was extra sympathetic.
All right, good. I've dated. I mean, I know it's really just a game. And
I wanted to cash that in for some like sympathy action.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, I'm really sad.
Really sad. But you know what make me happy? Butt cheeks.
I'm really extra sad right now, like the sad Vato clown.
Yeah. I think women.
Look at me, I'm a sad marionette puppet.
Women and men react differently to that. I always
want to make me happier.
I always thought it was interesting. Like, some women would be like, "Oh, your team lost. I'm so sorry for you," and you might get sympathy booty for no reason other than the fucking team you root for lost.
I had a few like back rubs and kisses.
But then there's other women that are like,
I mean, she saw me fucking watch every miserable game, every fucking game for that. Anyway, I'm watching Bachelor in Paradise, right? And it's boring as hell. It fucking sucked. The finale sucked ass. But there was one scene where this guy Thomas, he is like the super stud, and I feel like he's way invested in this one girl, Becca, because she was the former bachelorette. Becca has clout, right? So Thomas, because he's a super stud, I believe, feels like he met his match because even though Becca's not that hot, she's super
likable.
No,
everyone likes her.
She's a hot commodity because she was the former bachelorette. Like everybody knows this girl in that world. So I feel like even though this dude Thomas is like light years more of a stud than this girl, she's got that clout, and she was the bachelorette, and he's like, you're my match. Turns out that Becca's like, yeah, you know, Paradise is running out of time, and I just don't think. I think it ends here.
This is it.
And bro, he musters up this like.
But why?
He starts through the waterworks, right? He puts on the waterworks. I'm like, this guy, he's
LaMayo.
acting right now. I'm
How
like,
could you
Jordan,
do this to
This
me?
is bullshit. He's acting. This is he's putting on his acting chops. All guys do this.
I thought you were the one.
So my question based on this, and
But
I don't care if
why?
you care about the show, my question is, has every guy put on the waterworks, put on the act, really to sell some shit? Like he was caught in a lie.
How could you
He's
do
just
this to
trying to get
us?
out of it. He's trying to like really show the girl he cares. Like, did you put on the waterworks?
do you want the
Because I'm
truth?
here to say, yeah, I have. But you want to know what the real update is? There's no way in the world I could muster up these type of emotions anymore. There's no fucking way. I could watch Ted Lasso, and there could be a great scene where they're singing Rick Astley and get a little teary-eyed, get my teary on like Game of Thrones. But there's no way I could muster up the fake emotions of like, no, but baby, please.
You know, buddy, you said something to me.
I think about that a lot.
Buddy, you said something to me.
I don't have it in me anymore.
Maybe like 5 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry. Your daily divorce mention. It was
What
probably
gets more mentions, Mauser or my divorce?
no, but during that time of your life,
Definitely your divorce.
you said something.
loves it.
You said something that stuck with me. Well, because I feel like we all went through it together.
Sometimes I do feel that way.
From a support level, from a friendship level, like watching you go through it was like I almost felt like we all went through it.
I'm still going through it.
I harbor a lot of resentment and anger for
I do
for
too.
our
because
divorce.
I do.
Yeah.
I
And
do
you're not
too.
the one writing the checks.
For our divorce.
No, so I honestly, I feel resentment, anger, and everything for you because Spot and I, because we're all so close. Spot and I probably feel like we, in a little way, went through it as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember you saying something that hit home to me. You said that I'll never be able, and I agree with you, I will never be able to feel the sadness other than death of a family member or a friend when it comes to simply just breakups. I'll never be able to harness the sadness and tears that I had for like that high school or college
Oh,
sweetheart.
I'm not saying I don't. That doesn't mean I don't care. But I'll probably just be like this clown on my shirt. Like,
Yeah, no, but I feel like I'd probably deflect it somewhere or something else. I'm saying those like like those legit fucking high school, college sweetheart tears of like, I'll never meet another girl. Oh, life is over. That to me, I agree with you. I feel like those feelings were wasted on the first girlfriends that destroyed you.
Yeah.
And like Sarah, who I care for more than any woman I've ever been with. She's the mother of my 2 children. I don't think I would cry as much as I did when I was 16 and lost my high school girlfriend because you like waste all those. You
Tears?
you waste all that on that. Yeah.
Like, the point is, this guy who's a super stud broke down like a little baby bitch. Little bitch.
Yeah, little baby bitch.
But there's another little caveat to the story though. But Becca.
Did you say bitch?
But I did. But Becca. Right? She's like, and then what happens in real life when they see your weakness, then the girl's like, yeah, they get even more cold. Like, I just don't see it.
Oh, they get confident.
Well, all I see is you crying right now, like a little baby bitch. And he's like, I just gotta go. And she's like, well, okay. Wait, Thomas. Ooh. Right? It's just cat and mouse.
No
thing.
hard feelings.
I can't muster up those tears, not the feelings. I'm not saying I don't care.
No, I agree with David
I
and
can't
Cliff and
muster
Steve
up
in
that-
Texas. And
that act.
No, there's a maturity and a fucking listen. I've been there, done that. I've been hurt. I've been scorned. If you get dumped as a grown up,
I've been cheated.
you'll be like,
Been mistreated.
you may cry in your beer, or you might.
Ugly. Do you have ugly cry face in you for something like that?
Truthfully, I don't think so.
I don't know.
As they say,
For tragedy,
first
yes,
cut-
but for like
Tragedy, of course.
yeah, for tragedy, yes, but like for
the first cut is the deepest.
yeah, you said it, Cheryl Crow.
Spot. But do you have the clip
Must
of this
have.
guy or no?
I'm waiting for you to talk about it.
Just
Or
to
to release-
just to get a little example of what we're
But then
talking
again,
about.
Covino, I want you to also keep in mind these people are in their 20s.
Yeah.
So
They're young.
you've got 15 plus years on them in the world of heartbreak and experience.
So look at it this way: we
if
got
you're-
stronger along the way. Did
Yeah,
we not?
if you're a 25-year-old guy on a desert island reality show with some hot chick and she dumps you, you're probably like, oh man.
Meanwhile, this guy has more ass options than Spot has SiriusXM stock options.
Dude,
And he's like,
Sold all those.
Trust me. When I had more to lose when the pandemic hit.
This guy has more options than Rich has ITRM stock options.
There you go. That's more. That makes
stock is the
makes more sense.
worst. That stock's the worst. 50 fucking cents.
But he's crying like a little baby bitch to some girl who's like, yeah.
I cried more. I cried at losing my job at Z100 in New York. I didn't cry when ESPN or anything else went away. I was like, all right, I'll figure it out. But when I lost,
I cried in our last SiriusXM show. I'm not trying to lie about that.
You did,
but I cried like a little baby bitch boy.
But I'm talking about putting on the waterworks for effect.
Oh, I know.
I don't have that in me.
For effect.
That doesn't mean I'm not affected.
Maybe if it was in the set.
I'm saying you would be able to muster up.
I think I could fake it, but it wouldn't.
I can't. Here's what this guy did. I don't feel like he cared that much. I feel like he was mustering up to make the point.
Let's see this.
Can I play it?
Let's see this clown. Yeah.
All right.
Then I think the only way I can show you that is by trusting the decision you're making right now. And although it doesn't make sense to me, if that's the decision you have to make, you need to see that side of me. I'm going to trust you. It's going to suck.
Yeah. Cry some more.
But I don't want you to leave here with a what if. I don't want you to leave here thinking that if you saw that side, it would be fine.
It's emotional.
And relax, dude. You know how much ass this guy's going to get?
For you to get to a point where you need to be, then
got a back complexion.
Okay, so that's what happened.
And by the way, Eric B., I disagree with you completely. They go through mental testing to be on these shows. They're not mentally unstable. When you are on an island or in any close quarters with someone.
She had nothing to say.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta go, and she chased him down a bit.
Wait,
Come back! Oh no. Oh wait.
I didn't want to watch this.
But here's what happens, though. You want to know? And then to wrap it up.
She's running after him?
Yeah, just to say, I just want you to know I cared. And he's like, yeah, but you
Oh, shit, and like something about Mary, like, Ted, you left your coat.
Yeah, no. I just want you to know that I cared. He's
Hold
like,
on, let me adjust my sarong.
He's like, but you didn't care enough. But anyway, it turns out that they're dating now.
Oh, get off
so
me,
the
you
tears
bitch.
worked.
The tears worked.
The tears worked.
I would say get off me.
The tears
You're gross.
worked. I just don't have it in me anymore. So you remember when Mike Tyson, he retired from
don't-
boxing?
I just don't have the fight.
Yeah, it's my favorite example. I just don't have I'm just not the ferocious, killer instinct I once had. I'm not the first fighter that I once was. I used to be impetuous and vicious. I'm just not that man anymore.
And by the way,
I was this little baby boy. Now I'm just an old man. I don't have that in me. Like Jordan will be like, "Why don't you tell your ex this and this and this?" I'm like, "I don't have the fight.
I have it in me. You want me to do it?
Why don't you tell her to fuck off and blah blah blah?" I'm like,
Outsource me.
I'm done with that.
I will gladly do it.
I don't have the fight. And I don't have those tears either to play those pretend games.
when you're on a reality show,
I care about you.
when you're on a reality show under those circumstances, every single one of you bozos would fall in love with a good-looking girl on the beach. If you were on a beach for a month and it was like, all right, here's your dating pool and it's a bunch of hot chicks and you're dating and being competitive and drinking and there's no social media, no communication, you could see how it could get the best of you. It might not be real feelings, but you're feeling those feelings.
Christy, I said, yeah, they got back together after the show, so the tears worked.
Yeah.
The tears worked. And I'm not saying I'm incapable of genuine feelings and tears. I'm saying I don't have the energy to muster up some shit just to make my point the way he did yesterday.
There he is, Spite coming out, not Spot. Thank you, Tony.
Spite. Thank you, Tony Muriello. So that happened. Faking the waterworks was the discussion. Faking the waterworks. Genuine waterworks, that's fine. I get that.
Is it wrong that I do often think about how I would react if like Kristen were to just be like, yeah, I'm done with you?
All right, so play it out. Ready?
I'd be
Christian,
like,
I really thought about it and like,
really?
maybe, I think maybe we should just go our separate ways.
Sure?
Would you be like, no, you can't.
I'd be like, what?
You mustn't.
I'm like, you really want to do this? She's like, yeah.
But would you'd apathetically say, hey, you really want to do this?
Sure?
Oh, I'd be sad as fuck.
I feel like I feel like I was punched in the gut.
Yeah, after a while, you'd probably have a moment, but like
obviously we don't have kids, so it would be a much easier break.
Like our friend Shannon and her ex-husband Pat broke up, and she seems so like, well, it's over.
Well, I feel like she was done.
But I mean, like
a lot of times, someone
kids,
is when you get to that point. A lot of times, someone has been done for a long time.
Yeah, and without kids, and if your finances are relatively similar and you don't have kids, you could do it clean if you wanted to. Differences in income and children make things tricky.
She's gonna want my money.
Don't waste your Vato tears, everybody.
She's gonna want all my stock options.
You know what I feel happened, guys? I feel like I've wasted so many fake tears, so many fake Vato tears, the waterworks, like that guy, that I don't have my real ones left. That doesn't mean I'm incapable of caring. Again, that doesn't mean I'm incapable of shedding one in reality. But for the effect, which is what I believe this guy did, I don't have that. The end. I'm all dried out.
Yeah, how many teardrops do you have, guys?
By the way, there's something else I wanted to just bring up real quick. But first, a few shout-outs. I want to shout out Michael Miggs. Miguel Miggs, who gave me Los Yesterdays Said Vato Clown. Los Yesterdays. It's actually a really good song. It's a really cool throwback Vato vibe. Los Yesterdays Said Vato Clown because the Yankees lost. So Miguel Miggs. Yo, I'm shouting out Tommy Hinton. Get my hint on.
Love that guy.
With my sweet Tommy Hinton 94 Hog Off Champion Seed Covino drinking tumbler.
Oh.
Where's my Namaste one?
Seed Covino 94 Hog Off Champ. By the way, we have Covino and Rich ones available, along with Yank D's t-shirts and Covino and Rich merch at shop.covinoandrich.com. Shop.covinoandrich.com.
I never agree with Kyle and PA. In fact, I think he's probably one of our most wrong supporters. But I agree with him here. Tears never really work in real life. Pathetic to women. If you're a guy that starts crying, if
worked here.
Unless you're such in a moment where you're both emotional and you cry. If you're both emotional and you cry, that's one thing. But if you're the guy that's like, no, don't leave me. No, you can't. Ah. The girl, like you always say,
especially ugly.
You know why?
Cry
Because
face.
if she's leaving you,
women never forget the ugly cry face.
If she is leaving you,
yeah,
there is a 90% chance there's some guy lingering, and that new guy, you know what he's saying? Let me take you away and do cool things. Oh, what is your ex-boyfriend crying, little bitch?
Just comparing crying little bitch to super
new exciting guy
with his super exciting new.
All right, so she's thinking new exciting stud or crying baby bitch that wants me back.
Rocket Poo says the only time I ever cried over a girl, I was blubbering to the girl who would become my wife, and she loves to remind me of that. Women never forget the blubber face. So. When I say blubber face, I don't mean me at Henry Winkler's house.
Blubber
so,
face.
Shout out to Tommy Hinton. Shout out to Miguel Miggs. All of our friends. Everyone that chimed in on the Behind the Velvet Rope Patreon last night. Thanks for checking that out. Thanks for commenting on my last minute Yankee post at Steve Covino. All the feedback at Covino and Rich. Spot put up a new clip on our Instagram. There's something, this is very difficult, but it's kind of cool, right? You might want to give it a try, Spot, if you want to. There's an article I saw on, was it loudwire.com? Let me double check for reference. Yeah, loudwire.com was featuring a new website called Repeated. It's already analyzed nearly 300 million words from over like 1 million songs.
Oh, interesting.
By over 25,000 different artists, right? So all of your favorite rock performances, pop performances are represented on this website called Repeated, REPEETED, repeated.com. And what it does is some sort of word. What would you call that, Spot?
Algorithm?
Like a word algorithm, thank you. That if you put a band in, let's say you put in the Bare Naked Ladies, right?
Okay.
Or whatever band, Rage Against the Machine.
Chicken in China, the Chinese chicken.
A whole little collage of words come up of the most used words by that band. And I was wondering.
Oh, like if you put in the Chili Peppers, California?
And Doobie Doos.
And Scooby-Doo.
And Rum Dum Dibbas and things like that show up if that's what they use the most. And I was wondering, can you decipher based on the words what band
it is?
And it's kind of difficult. So that's why it's like, You really got to look at the words, and you're like, oh, some of them are giveaways. Like if I put in System of a Down, right, and one of the words in small font in this collage that generates
here is
toxicity. You're like, toxicity.
Toxicity.
System of a Down.
Here are the most repeated words by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Right.
Love
roller coaster. Now, away, time, right down.
Give it away, because they say away, yeah.
Eventually you get, but it forms a little collage. So if you put a band.
Oh, you want to see the word cloud?
It makes a word cloud.
Like put in, see?
The word cloud's fun.
So based on those words.
Love now, time, baby dance. Yeah.
At one point, can you figure out what that band is?
Word
and a
clouds
lot
are
of
fun.
those smaller words, it's almost like the smaller words are the ones that aren't used as much, but they're sort of the giveaways.
What a word cloud does.
Yeah. No, so
All
it's
right,
kind of
Spot.
cool.
All right, let's look away. Spot, put in a band, and we'll see if we could guess.
But I'm telling you, it's the ones I sort of play this game with myself. The ones that really give it away are bands like Rage Against the Machine, because you're getting all these political words. You know what I mean? And you're like fire, burn, things like that. Government, come with it now. You're like, oh, Rage, So it's kind of cool to see, but it's kind of cool to get that collage of these words by your favorite band at the same time. It's like a useless algorithm, but I thought it was kind of cool. All right. Give us some words. Okay. Give us some words, and we'll try to figure out the band. But read them to us, Spot, because the smaller ones are sometimes the giveaway.
I can do a bar chart.
311. Well, it says biscuit at the bottom.
Well, read the words. We're on the radio. Limp. World.
Stick, shit,
Fuck.
never, yeah, fuck, check, think, back, baby, hey, down.
Never. Yeah.
What do you think it is?
Better. Ass. There's asses in there.
It's a pretty obvious one.
Is it really?
I mean, it says biscuit, so Limp Biscuit, Spot?
Yeah, it's Limp Biscuit.
Yeah.
It's Limp Biscuit.
Thought you would like that one.
Chocolate starfish.
I mean,
hot dog flavored water.
I mean, it fucking says that.
It fucking said Limp Biscuit. All right, ready? Here's another one. You might.
I just wonder if there was a Covino and Rich algorithm like this. Like
there was.
You do realize
a Covino and Rich. I made. If you look at the cover of our.
But we had to generate our own.
We did.
Yeah.
But let me see. Who would be one that you would really know? Well, let's start with this one, and then we'll go from
Give us one more.
Might not get this one. This was just like a related artist, but you'll see.
Okay. Face, down, back, never, see, nothing. A lot of these are just common words. See, it's the ones that, well, that's an interesting
hold on.
word.
Again, wrong. Pain,
like when you see things like fight and power.
Nothing, shit, gone, try, think, back. I want you back. Say, away, never. Give it away.
Give us some of the smaller font, Spot. What is it?
Let's see. Towards the bottom, we have like again, bring, end, mind,
Sublime?
batter, wrong,
Sublime.
break,
No.
stay, hard, throw, real, fear,
Fuck, this is
goodbye,
Alice in Chains.
place,
Who is it, Spot?
voltage.
We're never going to get involved.
Oh, voltage?
Heart, sick, eyes, little,
If voltage is a common word used by that band,
gone,
voltage.
skin,
Long.
lies.
All right, what is it, Spot?
It's Lincoln Park.
Lincoln Park. Look at that. Frey got it. Fuck.
Frey.
Hey, Spot, can you put one in? I want to see what comes up.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so that's really all
I'm
this
gonna-
is.
I'm
The
gonna go-
game is hard, but it's kind of interesting if you're a fan of a band or whatever. It's kind of cool to see. Oh wow, yeah, that does make sense. They use these words a lot, like Godsmack. I have to imagine like away and go away and get back and alone and fucking hate you and.
Can I show you my favorite
There's a lot
one?
of angry words that I imagine a band like Godsmack would use.
This is a good one. See if you can guess this one.
Bitch, trick,
Don't read all
N-words.
of them. Rich. Don't read all
A lot
of
of
them.
N-words.
pussy, hose. A lot
That's,
of N-words. Is that Nicki Minaj?
Snoop Dogg.
Nope.
Wait, hold on. Don't tell
Oh,
me.
sorry. Cardi is one of the words.
Bitch,
Just Cardi
trick,
B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usher.
Cardi
No.
B.
Cardi B?
Cardi B.
Cardi
Look
B,
at
yeah.
those words. But look at that. Bitches, money, ass,
N-word.
hose,
N-word plural.
drip. like that says a lot. Like look at that trash. That's like a trash collage.
By the way, I'm with Preston. I never knew that was called a word cloud. That's pretty cool. We used a word cloud for one of our old Covino and Rich t-shirts. Remember that?
Yeah, no, for our album cover.
For
What are the DBCs?
The DBC 5, and then I took the 5 and I made it our 5th album cover.
Hey, Spot.
By the way,
throw in someone a little cheesy.
Someone wanted to know what we're talking about. I read an article on loudwire.com, and it featured this website called Repeated, REPEETED, Repeated.com, that created this algorithm of the most used words by selected bands. And it shows you the repeated words.
Billy Joel.
The words that are repeated the most.
I'm curious what Billy Joel state. He had New York City piano.
Eminem. If you put Eminem as Christopher Reeve in there, he likes to talk about Christopher Reeve a lot.
So this is Billy Joel.
Spaghetti, Mom Spaghetti has to be in there.
Billy Joel, love, been, night, never, time, say,
Man.
long, tonight, man.
Piano Man.
Ooh.
Home. Good.
I am an innocent man. Oh, yes, I am.
Young.
He does use man.
You may be right.
Fancy.
In the middle of the night.
Whoa.
Think of how many times he probably used night and tonight.
Yeah.
Hard.
What about life? He uses life a lot. Never. What's a never? Why is never the first one? Because what's a Billy Joel never?
190 times. Never.
He didn't start the fire.
He used never 190 times?
Yeah.
And you can't think of one.
I'm just trying to think. Like, I'd say, Uptown Girl, never living.
You should never argue with a crazy
You should, yeah.
That's one.
All right, give me
one of 190.
Give me another. All right, how about throw Eminem in there, Spot?
Eminem.
The giveaway will be spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Eminem.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti's probably in there because he rhymes spaghetti like 5 times.
I got it. In small font, it says Chris Kirkpatrick.
I got it.
I solved it.
It says Jessica Simpson. It's Eminem.
Sing the chorus. Fuck shit back, bitch. Fucking down. Yeah, time.
It doesn't say spaghetti.
No spaghetti in there?
No spaghetti.
No mom?
And he says it over and over again.
Shady's
gives
in
it.
there.
Yeah,
Shady's
Shady's
gives it
the
away.
giveaway.
Mom spaghetti.
Like I said, there's always a giveaway, and then you start piecing it together, and you're like, there it is. Again, repeated.com. Sort of interesting.
There's also a bar chart version.
And
so
then,
if you need
the
to
bar
see,
chart is kind of cool. What's the number one word
for Eminem?
Shit.
Shit.
That's crazy.
Shit, back.
I bet you Eminem
Shit,
doesn't
back.
even know that.
Oh, Shady's back. Back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Back. That makes sense.
Wow.
Guess who's back? 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 I created them.
So there was one more you wanted to throw in
let's
there,
see
though.
one more.
You said it though. You said it.
I said Billy Joel, and he did it.
I thought you
I
said
was
another
thinking of like a legendary artist. Like, what about like fucking Sinatra? Spot? Did Sinatra like fly? I mean, like woman fly? Like, what's a?
It might not be in the system.
Yeah,
I mean, it should be. They did 25 million artists.
Let's see.
According to the
Can
article.
you tell who this is?
Let's see.
Legendary artist.
Okay. Read the words though. Love.
Can you not see that?
No, I'm saying because we're on the radio.
But you're
Say Baby.
looking at it.
Yeah, but we can't see the smaller fonts.
Yeah, you can.
Christmas, Night.
Nothing should
Dream,
Christmas,
dance, alone, everything sweet.
Neil Diamond.
Nope. Number, look tonight.
Elton John.
9.
Hold. Name, world.
9. 9 is if 9 is a most used word. That's a telling word right there.
The Beatles.
9.
Rich got it.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number
The
9.
Beatles.
Number 9.
I bet you Mariah's.
But 8 days a week. They love you.
do Britney or Mariah. I want to see if there's a Baby's got. Baby might be Britney's, right? Go to
This is
Britney.
Hey, when you're in the office,
Just fucking around.
fucking around, taking a shit later, repeated.com, make a t-shirt out of it.
Just like do Britney. Mariah. Mariah Carey.
Let's see. Mariah Carey.
Yeah,
Oh,
baby. Yeah,
love.
Baby Love. You knew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby.
Touch,
I
shake.
bet Baby by a lot. What does the bar graph say? Baby. I bet she said Baby far
Baby
more than anything.
817 times. Love.
Oh, baby.
Baby.
800.
No, that's Mariah.
Times.
That's Mariah.
Oh, that's Mariah?
Do Britney. I bet you Baby comes
So
up for Mariah
Mariah
too. For Britney too.
Has all those babies. That's crazy.
Baby is 587.
Baby's the number one word.
Baby, yeah, love.
I imagine in a lot of rock songs,
When they
is
cross
probably
reference,
a most used and abused
Wait, would
word.
they cross-reference all these artists? Did they do one chart for every song? Because
Rich,
I bet you Love and Baby might be two of the best ever. Let's see. 2015 is on there?
I see Baby and Back. Who is this Spot? Are we guessing?
Well, it says 2015, which means they have a song 2015.
Yeah, let's see. Heart, Beautiful, Break, Things, Home,
Down,
Friends,
Love, Something, Home.
Shake,
Little Things. Little
Taylor
Things.
Swift.
Yeah.
Wow, how'd you figure that out?
Shake.
She has a song called
Shake.
2015, I think.
Ah, yeah.
I think there's something 2015 related.
Most used words. There you go.
When he said shake, I was like,
repeat it.
That's a cool. So it's REP EET.
Yeah, repeat it with two E's.
.com. Repeated.
It's just interesting.
.com.
Like, oh, okay. Always be my baby.
Oh, by the way, the reason that's a good one.
What's up, Dawn?
Tony Murillo.
Moriello.
No, Murillo. Tony Moriello.
Murillo.
He's better as Murillo.
No, he's not.
Murillo.
Moriello. Tony said, think about the Taylor Swift. Never, ever, 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 never, ever getting back together. She says that shit 100 times. That's why Never is probably in that montage big.
And Shake.
Just based on that one song.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Shake, shake, shake it off.
What is that one, Spot? Rump of smooth skin? I don't know who he...
Who could that be?
Rump of
God,
smooth skin.
Rump of smooth skin.
Is that Elton John?
Anaconda?
Rump of smooth skin.
Anaconda.
You know what? Hold on.
Yeah, please do. Please do, Sir
Posse
Mix-a-Lot.
Broadway.
Please do, Sir Mix-a-Lot. I want to see how big Anaconda is.
Rump of smooth skin. Fuck, I don't know, man.
That's weird.
Maybe
Do you think Anaconda or Rump will be in the picture?
ooh, rump of smooth skin. I don't know. Oh, look, Back is on there.
Mix-a-lot's on there.
Mix-a-lot's on there.
Because that's one word.
Baby
Let's see.
Shake. Gold Mac. That shit's funny too. You know what's funny?
Not
A funny
one
game to
rump.
play here is the hip hop ones. The hip hop ones are funny as hell.
There's not one rump in this thing. I'm very disappointed.
Big and back.
Big game back,
is-
obviously.
Big is the number one used word.
Big.
He
What's
like a
the
big
second-
ass.
What's the second one? What's the second most used word?
Big back. Oh, game. Big game.
Did he only say? Has he only said Anaconda one spot? Go down to the bottom. Does Anaconda?
It only goes,
okay.
yeah, it stops at a certain.
God diggity damn.
I mean, I thought
Anaconda
Rump of
don't
smooth skin.
want None.
Wow. Anyway, that's a fun little website that I killed some time with when I was on the turlet.
Nice.
Repeated.com.
I know you said you
But
did.
it does on a conversational sort of jump off. It made me think about things you say often that you don't even realize. Like Spot pulled a clip of us bantering yesterday about the Yankees. I said fuck 9 times.
9 times in 30 seconds.
In 30 seconds. And Rich, he threw a few F-bombs in there too.
But
so
there
in
are
this
times-
15-second
See?
edited
I'm glad
clip.
you said that.
In this 15-second edited clip, granted it was edited, like we threw out so many F-bombs, and it's just a reminder of like, yeah, you gotta.
I said that to you a couple years ago, and you got offended. I
About
said
what?
something to you like, yeah, cool it on the F-bombs. We can because we're uncensored. But I was like, yo, you said fuck. I think one day I pulled you aside. I'm like, I think you said fuck 20 times in the last minute.
Yeah,
and
but
you
you
gave
did
me,
too.
but you gave me like okay, bro, whatever. Like you didn't want to hear it. But there are times where I think you more than me doesn't realize
It's
that.
a reminder, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a reminder. It's like, man, what do I say a lot
You
that I
said
probably
something-
shouldn't say as much?
You said something to me recently.
I should say rump of smooth skin a little more.
You said something to me recently, and it wasn't a break the glass one, but I know that I say a lot of the same dumb phrases. So do you. But you said something Spot said
Yeah.
all the time.
Oh yeah, I know what it is.
And it fucking blew
You know
my
what's- you know
it
what's
blew
number
my
one
mind.
on
It blew my
Spots?
mind because I was like, oh my God, Spot says that.
On repeated.com, the number one Spot phrase in the past 6 months. Get it.
By far.
Yeah.
I forgot what you said.
Oh, I know this.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Right?
Right?
Right?
Rick from Pawn Stars? You know what his is? Number one? Okay. Like someone will be like, all right, I got this. Okay. So what do you want for it? Well, I want maybe like $500. Okay. Michael K's number one repeated word? Meredith Marakovitz. DJ LeMahieu. He says these fucking names constantly. Everybody has their thing that they say. Often they don't realize it. If you had your own repeated.com, I think you'd be shocked. I think you should be more aware of it. I try to be. For this week, you know what my most abused word is? Grey.
Grey?
I don't even know what that means. It's some Deutsch word. Some Danish word.
I'm curious what
Gray.
I'm curious
John D. Lemon.
what
Gray.
would mine be, yours be, and Spots be?
Realize. You. No.
Did that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Sense and Realize would be.
Sense and Realize
would be Rich's. It would be up there for sure.
I mean, the whole joking.
Oh, and Backstrom. That would be up there, like
the whole
top 10.
The whole joking dude bro thing for years was because Covino's word count for the words dude or bro were off the charts. You started or ended every single sentence with either dude or bro. Never together, but every sentence, 2004, 2005, Covino would start or end it'd be like, bro,
Right?
did you watch the Yanks, bro?
Right?
Yo, bro, dude, did you want to go out after the show, dude? Hey, bro, you want to get a beer? Dude, the Yankees. Yo, bro, I was watching Bachelor in Paradise. Dude, this girl, bro.
Right. So everybody has their own word count. Be conscious of yours. Again, I dropped 9 F-bombs in 30 seconds. Like this. There it is. Oh, that's ours right there.
Oh, yeah, there, okay.
Look, Backstrom's right there.
Backstrom.
Oh, Jubbo's is up there.
Jubbo's fart. Yeah, it's a good one.
There's the, what's this called again?
It's a word.
It's our new T-shirt.
There it is. Right there.
There it is.
Titty. Does that make sense?
Titty.
Right.
Right.
Gray. Right.
Farts in there.
Bruv.
Oh, bruv.
And it, bruv. So if there was a way to figure out what yours was, you might want to switch things up a little bit.
Backstrom. By the way, the craziest part of that, I find that to be my favorite. I find that to be my favorite you and that's my favorite you and Spot joke because I
were so passionate
no because
about
I
it,
never
though. You
watched.
were, but
well,
you
then,
were so
then you know
all about
what?
it.
Then that just you know what that just shows. Shows I make guests feel comfortable because I've never watched 1 minute of the show. We had the guy from
Rainn Wilson.
We had Rainn Wilson on the show. He was promoting Backstrom.
Funny guy.
We played part of the trailer, and I was probably like, dude, it looks great. Backstrom looks great. I didn't watch 1 minute of Backstrom in my life, so the fact that you and Spot have this running joke that I fucking love Backstrom actually makes me happy.
I say Vato and Forever a lot.
Oh, Vato. Oh,
Vato.
Put Vato in big font.
Vato. So, no, I love that. It was cool, man. Like I said, I was doing bands that I'm familiar with. And like if you put in like a Public Enemy or a Rage, you see a lot of political terms and you're like, oh yeah, Vato. There it is.
Yeah, by the way, Cheeks has to be on
Edibles. Edibles on there.
Cheeks is in there.
Edibles is on the Covino Rich list.
Edibles is there.
Edible.
Edibles.
Bruv.
Titties.
Bruv. I love Bruv. Ted Lasso.
Now Lasso, he's on the list, not Backstrom.
Ted Lasso's got to make the list.
He's great.
By the way,
Ted Lasso should make every list.
My reminder to talk about this was System of a Down. And look, there's specific words, Hollywood, terracotta, boom, die, prison. We're trying to build a prison. World, devil, beat, therapy, fight, system.
Fighting.
And you're like, oh, System of a Down. So anyway, repeated.com, fun while you're taking a shit later on today.
I love our word cloud. You can keep adding to it. I can keep adding to it.
And we're building a word cloud as we speak on tier 2. So thank you guys again.
Weekies, is that on the list?
I gotta add Rich's week.
Caca puffs.
Weekies.
I've been using that a lot. Caca puffs. Weekies. Weekies.
Turbo. Guy brings up turbo. Fucking turbo.
By the way, can I just add a side note? I hate that word. It just sounds corny to me.
Turbo.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking face it turbo. Look at his face. Face it turbo.
I don't like it.
Turbo. Corniest fucking name.
Thank you.
Are you Turbo Boy?
Turbo Boy. No. Anyway, I'm Vato Boy.
Turbo always reminds me of that.
No, my new name is Vato the Man Boy.
I posted that on our
Vato the Man Boy.
I posted that on our Instagram story once.
What?
And I don't think you guys even commented.
What?
I posted a picture of, because I think every time I hear Turbo, I think of the snail cartoon of the snail that goes really fast. It's a good, yeah.
That was
I was
Melody's first movie, in fact.
I was like,
so it must have came out around 2010.
I was like, Turbo the snail, greater sign, and it was a picture of you on Turbo on the other side.
I don't think I saw it.
No?
I don't think I saw it.
I posted that, and people, I was like, you never said anything.
Well,
Turbo Boost. You should be Boost Boy.
what would Trump's be? That would be a funny one. Like, it would be such a giveaway. Bigly, hugely, great, again,
best,
I changed the font.
Right.
I like this font.
Best, great.
This font's much better.
The Covino and Rich word. What is it called? The word what?
Again.
Word cloud.
Word cloud is kind of funny.
Sarah.
Yes, Sarah. Edibles, Backstrom. So anyway, Weekies. Thank you.
Vato.
I mean, I think we use the word Vato more than any other fucking,
Definitely.
collection of friends ever. Vato.
Definitely.
Vato. I mean, Blood In, Blood Out had huge impact on my life.
We should add shirts to the Covino and Rich merch shop again.
Yeah, well, we are in November. That's the plan.
Again.
So that new merch
again
is available for the holidays.
You say doo-doo caca a lot.
Doo-doo caca finger. You do.
You always refer to something as doo-doo caca.
Billions and billions.
Oh,
Billions and billions and billions and billions and billions.
Rich always talks about your ex, so you could say your ex.
Oh, yeah.
Your ex. Shit's true.
Your ex.
Cheetos. Yeah, you know what, Rich in Atlanta? I probably bring up the word Cheetos more than the average person.
Yeah, but you never refer to actual Cheetos.
I bring up the word Cheetos more than Chester the Cheetah. So, all right, the end. We could have fun with that all day. But it does make you think.
Oh, Yankees? Stantonian?
Stantonian.
Net is high. Net is far.
I have a good question.
Net's out of the park.
I have a question.
Oh, wait. What did I do wrong?
What did I not see? Tony brings up a good question because I was thinking the same the other day and someone else asked it. And your dad is chiming in. What's up, Big Steve?
Great.
I agree.
My dad and my sister Dawn are hanging.
Your dad. What's up, Big
Dawn.
Steve?
Cloud's really coming together.
Your dad asked the same question as Tony, and I was thinking the same. What happened to your Italian best buddy, Sergio?
We had a falling out.
Did you?
No.
I thought you were serious for a second.
No, maybe I'll hear from him this weekend. Big fight coming up this weekend. And Canelo's fighting next month, so he loves talking about Canelo and Oscar De La Hoya. And
this
shit,
weekend is Wilder Fury 3, right?
Yeah.
You want to come over? Are you doing anything?
I was hoping that you would come over.
All right, I'll come over if you want.
Yeah.
Tease bets.
But no, last I heard from Sergio from Italy, from Naples, he was asking me about fighting, about boxing, probably talking about Oscar De La Hoya, and he gave me some family recipes that I told you about, Spot. Remember? The spaghetti. Yeah. Here's
I don't know. I make a pretty good sauce.
So, but yeah, he hasn't been chiming in. My beautiful friend.
Sorry.
My beautiful friend.
Is your sister back in Germany?
Yeah.
That's
Yes, great.
so cool.
Great.
She's chatting with your dad
Great.
across the world on our in-show.
Great.
Thread.
We bring people together.
Hi, Dad.
And then my dad
what's
says,
going on, Dawn? Hope you're safe.
Stay safe. Miss you.
Guten Tag.
Where's Tudmaster Tommy? Yo, what are you guys up to, yo?
He listens later.
It's knocked there, right?
Guten Nacht.
If we did a Tommy word sort of algorithm,
Yo.
it would be like ass would definitely.
Yo,
Ass.
I think it would
toilet.
just be a shirt that says ass. One word.
Ass.
Yo, toilet,
Ass. Yo. Ass and yo. Ass.
cheeks,
Toilets.
Toilets.
splitting.
That's a fun game. All right, here's a collection of words. Tell me who I'm talking about. Bigly, hugely. It's a funny game. Wrong.
Fired.
The answer. Yo, we just invented a board game. Donald Trump. The answer is Donald Trump.
I think there is a board game about.
Really?
No, is there? No, maybe not.
It's just words that people use.
Let's do it.
Bigly.
Womp.
If I said, hey, Dipsy Doodles.
Chocolate cow.
Dipsy Doodles. Fuck out of here. Busting my chops. Like,
Big Steve Covino.
Covino's dad. Provolone. Yeah. Oh, Covino's dad. Yeah, the number one answer. Covino's dad.
Jesus.
The womp.
The Womp. The Womp. That's my brother. So anyway,
Womp, yo.
guys, behind the velvet rope, we put some new stuff up yesterday. We're going to continue doing more stuff this week, right?
Right.
And thank you guys again for all your support. Continued support. Appreciate it.
In what context do I say it? I'm like, I say something and I'm like, right?
In agreeance. Is that a word? Is that a word? Something I say.
Right?
Right? Like if I'm like, yo, Spot, sweaty ball weather.
Right? There it is. Okay,
right?
now I got it.
Right?
Right?
Spot. Yo, dude, Squid Games?
Right?
Right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Spots.
Yo,
Totally.
that appetizer? Right?
Right? It's totally my
Right?
MO.
Spots. That's his.
But
that's
then you broke
number
the
one.
glass. Now he's going to know.
I didn't want to.
Right?
Right?
Right? Eat clean, bro.
Definitely my modus operandus.
Rage.
Bro.
Dude, you do love to rage.
I use the word rage a lot. I do.
Yeah.
Rage.
Oh, Son of
It's
Rich.
all the rage.
Oh.
It's all the rage.
All right, that's
And
Buzz.
rocking out.
It's all the buzz.
Rock
it out is what I love to do. Rock it out is what I love to do. We use a lot of words.
Rocking out.
A lot of the same words, I should say.
Is it rocking like RO? Like, is there a rocking?
Oh, here's a good question. What would Jordan, Sarah's, and Kristen's be? Is there something your significant other says a lot where you're like,
I don't pay attention to my wife anymore.
Nice. Man, a Jordan word?
Rough.
That's a good one.
Backstrom.
Like
This is great.
a common word.
I love this.
oh, that's a great
That's a really good one.
David, that's good homework. I'm going to pay attention for the
Yeah,
rest
me
of the
too.
day
I'm
now.
gonna
I'm
be-
going to actually listen today.
Babe. She says, babe. I hear her say, babe.
Yeah, babe would be, it would be like babe and then a bunch of other small stuff because we don't know the other stuff.
What does Jordan say a lot?
Who would say
Jordan is like, oh my god.
A lot of like, yeah, like, a lot of like
Bleach,
words to like correct
disinfect,
me. Like, stop.
Oh my God.
Wipe.
Sport,
Clean.
shut your mouth.
Tear. Must be tear.
Enough Sports Center.
Paper towels. Recycle.
Right.
Turbo should be called rage.
Yeah, turbo's a corny word. Just it sounds corny to me. It's like so obvious. It's like a little kid named it. Hey, little Gregors, there's a real cool rockin' channel from the early 2000s. It's supposed to get people like fired up and everything. What do you think we should call it?
Let's call it Turbo. How about Turbo?
Turbo, wasn't it? Turbo, the name of the
Great
snail?
job, Gregors.
Yeah. Wasn't it like a snail movie?
But it's just like a corny, like it's such a
Right?
little kid word.
Great.
I think.
Right, Spot? I mean,
Right?
Spot not listening to anything I said.
Right?
We had a 30-second conversation about the snail turbo.
Oh, was I here?
You were sitting right there.
So
Right?
that's our show, guys. Thank
gotta
you
be-
for hanging
gotta
out.
be joking.
Thanks for making this sad Vato clown a little happier today.
Yeah, you always say Sophia Beverly. Is she on your? Is she
She's
on your
definitely-
fucking word?
She's on my fucking.
your word thing.
Shrieks.
Did you see she's going to space? I bet you I could see her jubbos from the ground.
Her and William Shatner.
There's two asteroids heading towards Earth. Oh no, it's just her jubs.
Jordan must say potato a lot, being from Idaho. I have never been to
Misconception.
Yeah.
She has it on her TikTok.
Yeah.
No, she says potato
When
when referring to the baked potato in Covino's pants.
Yeah.
She says gross a lot. Gross.
Number one word. Yeah,
gross.
From dealing with me.
Gross.
Yeah, gross. Yeah, so yes, Jordan's number one word. Gross.
Oh my God, gross. And
Oh yeah, you
seriously?
farted. No, you farted. Because I farted. Yeah, farted.
Farted.
Oh yeah, a little window for Rich.
Little window.
Little
yeah.
window.
I'll add little window.
Little window.
San Francisco has this little window.
Sports should definitely
Nets in the
something
early
sports
2000s
related.
had
Just
this
the word
little
sports.
window.
Today I don't know.
No, see, we could do this all day. So again, on your own time,
right.
repeated.com. Thank you for all the fun. Thank you guys.
Good one.
Thanks for making this set though. Hey, if you want to watch a funny video, yeah, check this out. Los Yesterdays. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, Tommy Hinton.
let me debut
Thank you,
the-
Muriello. Thank you, the Mod Barn. Thank you guys. PT23 West, Taco Ren, Kenneth. Enjoy your hump day.
Here's our final word, clown. Just to say
there it
goodbye.
is.
It's getting there.
Rob.
Final word, clown.
Edibles,
Bruv,
titty. I see
cheeks,
Ted Lasso. Yeah. that's
Backstrom.
good. Let's keep adding to this. This will be great.
Bruv is a good one.
Back,
adding
he
to
gets
it.
Backstrom. Get a
Eek.
fucking Backstrom.
Little window. There's a little
Yank
window on the bottom.
D's. Yank D's.
What can we make that's the biggest? Because Vato is just like overpowered. But you say Vato so much.
It is I mean, it's a used word. Like it's,
I was
really
right. I don't
used
see
and
rage.
abused
It's
word.
like rage needs to be there.
Rage, I can make rage a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I mean,
Fired up.
Cheeks needs
Fired
to be
up
bigger.
is fired.
Cheeks, I think with Cheeks. Oh well, hey, as the emoji shows here. Peace out. See you later. P10, Rich in Atlanta, Kristen Rink, Lynn. Love you boys. Love you too, Lynn. We'll see you guys tomorrow on a Throwback Thursday. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.
Right?
Right?
Right?